Alright, going live. 1, 2, 3, 4, we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host with the most, Hemmingz. As always, Hemmingz, the Lion King himself. And me, co-host Griever, as always. Bringing you guys One Piece, the next piece of One Piece. Chapter 1059. Live reaction and stream. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing? It's a beautiful Friday. The sun is shining. The beer is cold. The steaks are thawing. Everything is just nice. Everything's pretty okay. Yeah. And the Jujutsu Kaisen chapter reaction will be up tomorrow because I just finished doing it. I just finished doing my... I was asked to do a live reaction. Now I know why, and I love when I'm fucking proven right. But yeah, so that'll be up tomorrow, and today we'll be doing this, and then tonight I'm taking a break from the read-throughs. We finished off Hell's Paradise, very good series. What the hell was that? Just saw a flash. That was weird. Huh. Wonder what that was. Anyways. Yeah, so, we gotta start the timer. Where's the timer? Where's the timer on this bitch? There we go. For those of you who do not know how how we do our streams, is that we do this is a bit of a pre-stream before we actually get into the reaction. 10-minute runoff, allows me to talk to the chat, tell you what I've been doing, my day. It's a little informal, a little bit of informality, so to speak. I'm certainly no YouTube professional. I don't get paid. So, yeah, this is what we do. So, yeah, so anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Really good chapter, but that will be out. As I said, today we're going to be doing the One Piece. I was requested to do One Piece as a reaction and or stream, and I like streaming it. I like getting sometimes just short streams because all my gaming streams are incredibly long. I'll sit here for 4 or 5 hours if I'm having fun and playing, and it's a big chunk of time to dedicate, right? So yeah, and same with the read-throughs on Fridays and stuff, right? So sometimes I like to just do these like Shumatsu no Valkyrie and just do these like hour streams. You know, I don't want to do a 30-minute stream, but anything over an hour is like, okay, that was a solid stream. So I like doing those. And yeah, so the Jujutsu Kaisen reaction will be out either late tonight, it's already recorded and everything, or tomorrow, which is the plan. But I really like my reaction. I really love the chapter, so I'm hoping I might just post it anyways and say, fuck it, you guys ain't getting content on Saturday, you know? And then yeah, so One Piece right now, and then after that, instead of doing the read-throughs, because I usually take a break, like we finished Hell's Paradise, I usually take a break between doing mangas, so that way I don't get overload. We're going to be doing a sort of a Pokemon versus thing between me and Artist on the channel instead. So that's going to be kind of fun. But we'll talk more about that later. Jumping into the chat, Miss says, well, this is much earlier than I expected. Yeah, well, you know, if I'm available right now to get it done, so let's do it, right? Miss said, knew you'd love that. Oh. Spoiler warning ahead, by the way, for Jujutsu Kaisen, since I've already done my reactions. There's already spoilers right now, big spoilers, because if I end up mentioning something, I might end up mentioning it. I'm not going to talk about the chapter necessarily, but something might slip out. So, yeah, be careful about that. But yeah, I absolutely love that. You love when you're proven right. It made a lot more sense to me. It destroys the naysayers about Maki right now. And honestly, just love the chapter. So, Caden says, sup, you're going to love this chapter. Am I? Fantastic. Because usually when people say, oh, you should react to this chapter, it's either because they know I'm going to love it, or they know I'm going to absolutely fucking hate it. And they want to see me go, ooh, fuck you, you know, like, people want one of two things. They want me to go, yes, I'm fucking right, woohoo, or they want the happy face or they want the frown. One or the other. Nobody takes a mediocre chart and be like, Griever will think this is pretty cool. It's okay. No one's going to say, you should definitely live react to that. No one's going to ask for that. So it's either up here or down here. One or the other. There's no spectrum when it comes to that shit. Kane said, I'm about to head to Louisiana today for my cousin's baby shower. Oh, well, congratulations to your cousin then. Assuming that it's a planned and all that stuff and everything's copacetic and they have the money to support a child. Caden said, do you think Gojo is ever going to escape from his seal? 100%. 100%. Probably by the end of the arc. Or the beginning of the next arc. I feel like this arc is going to be the longest in Jujutsu Kaisen, even by the end of the series. Because I feel like we're well over halfway through the series. You know, I feel like we got this arc, one more, and then we're done. I really do. But yeah, so other than that, yeah, that's basically all I got right now. Just been enjoying, you know, had a long work week. First game in the NFL season. I was going to start making some NFL videos. Nothing substantial. But I was going to make my picks, but I already missed out on yesterday. I watched yesterday's game, first game of the season, and I was wrong. I picked the Rams. I picked the Super Bowl champions, and they got their ass kicked. So I still might make that. I don't know how many people would be interested. Where this channel is whatever the fuck I feel like posting. Of course, I do movie reviews and fucking TV show reviews and game reviews and whatever I feel like at the time, manga, manhwa, whatever. But I feel like sports is going a little too far that way. Like at a frame sort of idea for what my normal content is. I don't know how many people would watch it. But I'm also thinking that maybe I'll just make it very simple. Very simple. Just, hey, because I'm in a pool and stuff, and I'll say, hey, these are my predictions for the week. And then report back on how I'm doing. Or something like that. You know, make very short videos. Anything I want to talk about, make like little 7-minute videos. Almost like YouTube Shorts in a way, just a little longer. Keep it simple, keep it quick. Here are my picks. What do you guys think? You know, something like that. Just for some added content in some way. Oh, but I am reading. I am gonna be starting a new series, called The Breaker, Season 3. It's officially out. It's on Webtoons. There's apparently 7 chapters or 8 chapters so far. I read the first one. I'm not crazy about what they're doing. I don't like Webtoon format, especially for my manga, which manhwa originally was. It wasn't in the Webtoon format that what people think manhwa is. Manhwa was Korean manga at the time and drawn in a traditional manga format. So I'm really going to miss that. But I read The Breaker years ago, 10 plus years ago. I read The Breaker. And I read The Breaker New Waves, the second season, and now we have the third and supposedly final season just started. Came out a couple months ago. I wasn't aware of that. There were no notifications. I just happened upon it, and I was like, holy shit! Like, how much have I missed? Only a few things. So I will probably start reviewing that weekly, and that'll be my Webtoon series of choice because I love The Breaker. Fucking fantastic manga. The second one had its and now the third season's started, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned to that because I will be doing weekly reviews of that once I get caught up. I'll probably review each episode really quick, like when I get some time, maybe on, now football season starts, so I don't have a lot of time on Sunday, so maybe like on a slow day, maybe Monday or something like that, or Tuesday after work, I'll try to record 1 or 2, quick reviews. The first one will be the longest, and I'll try to get through 2, 3, 4. I'll try to get caught up, like, in a couple of weeks, and then by October, be caught up, for regular shit. Let's see. So Kane said, I believe when Gojo finally gets out of his seal, he's going to be way stronger than he was when he was first sealed. I don't see why he would be any stronger, though, necessarily, but, I mean, maybe. Kane said, it wouldn't hurt if you reread History's Strongest Disciple. I mean, to reread a 500-plus chapter series that I've already read on when I know what's going to happen, I mean, I reread it like 3 years ago, to be honest. Or right during COVID, right at the beginning of COVID. So when was that, 2 years ago? Yeah, so I already reread History's Strongest Disciple before, And as good a series as it is, unfortunately, there's no point. Like, I would love to start like One Piece or Bleach or Toriko. I would love to make some Toriko content on here. But I've already read it. And it's so old that there's no point in theory videos or power scaling or discussion. There's no real point in doing that, you know? We can talk about that on a random stream and stuff, of course. But in general, you can only do that once or twice, and then you're done, right? So, is what it is in that regard, in that particular regard. But we will have to pick a series eventually. Probably starting in October. I like to take a few weeks at least in between series. We still have Twin Exorcists. I only did 2 streams for that. But that's whenever I have time or I don't have any other content and I'm feeling like it, you know, when I'm feeling it. I started way too many gaming streams. And now I'm starting another one, of course, because I'm stupid about that. We finished Knights of the Old Republic 2, which is fantastic. And we still have Dragon Age and Digimon to play. And now we're starting a Pokemon thing today, so. But yeah, alright, so we are 20 seconds away, guys. You know what? I really can't wait. I think we just jump right into this bitch. I can't wait. I can't wait to see. Apparently people have said, like, you gotta react to this chapter. You gotta react to this chapter. And you know I'm normally a review guy. Like, I pick one or the other, but I think let's go. The pre-stream is over, and let's jump into chapter 1059 of the next piece of One Piece. Let's go. Nia D. Hemmingz is in here saying, yes, sir. Oh, if Nia's in here, that means we get some croc time. We get some Croco boy. If Nia's here to see my reaction with Crocodile, let's go. The best villain of One Piece inbound. Let's go. I hope we see Crocodile again. I have missed Crocodile so much. It's time to get the best. Fuck out of here with your pink flamingos. I got a James Bond villain as my top dog, alright? So let's go. One Piece, chapter 1059. Starting the reaction, guys, so strap in. The Captain Kobe incident. Wasn't he going after Boa? Or is it, this ain't the Rocky Port incident, isn't it? We're not going to do a flashback thing. I am curious about how Law and Kobe are involved in this Rocky Port incident. I don't know if that was ever discussed in a Viva card or some subsequent material, but I was always curious about that. The Captain Kobe incident. Let's see, because we haven't heard about Boa. And wasn't he going after Boa? Or was that Fuji? I forget who was going after him. Alright, so why are Germa 66 or Double Six, Cold Blooded Voyage Volume 18, The Effects of Caesar's Hallucinogenic Gas. Oh, so that's why Katakuri and Oven are punching the shit out of each other. They're distracting. All right, I mean, fair enough. I knew they were going to escape. I did know they were going to escape. But it's good to see Katakuri back in full form. Too many people sucking off Blackbeard's fucking teat or dick or whatever. I mean, he's fat enough that he's got teats. But too many people like, oh, he's gonna go in there and he's gonna kick Katakuri's ass and blah 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 and stuff like that. And I'm like, why, like you're assuming that Blackbeard, like, I don't know what people think about Blackbeard. Like, people try to wank him off way too much. But yeah, it's good to see that Katakuri's back in full form, and stuff like that. And we saw that last cover page. But all right, so first page. A solitary ship upon the ocean. A solitary ship upon the ocean, huh? Near Sphinx, Whitebeard's homeland. Oh, I'm glad they said that because I didn't remember the name. I'm sure we got it. Whitebeard's homeland in the New World. Okay, so that'd be where Marco was and stuff, and Nekomamushi and shit, right? So a solitary ship upon the ocean. Wait. All right. Thanks again for the ride, Yoi. Yoi? Okay. Thanks again for the ride. You're really not going to join the crew, Marco? Ha 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 ha. Quit dreaming. Wait, are Luffy in them? Wait a minute. That's a Red Force. Wait. That's where Marco left. Marco literally flew. People were saying that, like, Marco, where was Marco post Wano? Post Wano was way too short in my opinion. I know people wanted to get away from Wano, but there was a lot more shit to cover and see in Wano. I'm not I think Wano was fine. I really do. I think it had its problems, but it also had some peak fucking shit in it as well. But this is one of the problems. Where was Marco? What happened? People theorized that he could have flown to the Red Force. Because he would have sensed it. Marco's hockey ain't no sledge. He would have sensed that fucking blast of conquerors that Shanks did. So did he actually... Marco is... That's amazing. That's amazing. So he's like, hey, red hair, can you give me a lift? Yeah, sure, Marco, jump aboard. It's like, that alone, it's sort of like Mihawk and Shanks being friends. It's sort of like, how dangerous is that? That Marco, if Shanks was like, hey, Marco, do you want to come with us and, like, kick some ass? Oh, sure, maybe, you know, if I got time. It's like, how dangerous is that? How dangerous is it that Shanks can literally call up Mihawk or Marco and to basically be like, yeah, not that we're in over our heads, but a little bit of extra artillery wouldn't hurt. And they're like, yeah, fuck, sure. You know, like, fuck. He's dangerous. You're really not going to join the crew, Marco. Who asked that? Seriously. Ha ha ha, quit dreaming. That would be amazing if Marco was like, yeah, I think it's time. Let's see. Marco says, I'm way too old and worn out to keep playing babysitter for you great pirates. He he he. Wait a minute. Okay. First off, he's not that old yet. Because Marco's about the same age as Shanks. You know? He would be, because remember, he was a kid at Wano. And so was Roger and Buggy. So he's about the same age. So, but to be fair, now that Whitebeard's over and the payback war didn't pay off and stuff, it's sort of like, listen, I'm sort of done. You know? He's retired. He's a retired pirate. He's like Rayleigh. He's retired. He's not joining. But he did help. Remember, he did help. He held off King and Queen. No easy feat, by the way. Fuck Aramaki fans. No easy feat to do that. And he was fine. Way too old and worn out. Well, I mean, I just love seeing Marco again. I love Marco. To keep playing babysitter for you great pirates. I mean, fair point, fair point. Marco is pretty cool. Oh, it was Shanks, and he's pissed. Look at that. Hey, it's not like I'm a handful or anything. Back me up here, Beck. Afraid I can't. Gah, Lucky Roo. That's amazing. So Shanks was like, hey, you gonna join the crew? I love Shanks. Shanks is acting like Roger or Luffy right now. He's like, hey, Marco, join my crew, man. What's up? Let's just add a warlord. Let's just add the first commander of the Whitebeard crew. What harm could it do? Come on, man. Join my crew. It'd be dangerous as fuck. Okay, cool. I'm way too old and worn out to keep playing babysitter for you great pirates. Oh, Marco was like, yeah, no, I am not Jinbei. I cannot deal with your guys' level of fucking enthusiasm. I just can't deal with that. And Shanks is like, hey, I am not that hard to deal with. You get back here. Back, what the hell is he saying? Captain, he's not fucking wrong. Captain, he's not fucking wrong. Alright, I love this. Already loving it. And Marco decides to fly away. See you around. I feel like we're going to see Marco once more time. I don't think this is the end of when we don't see Marco anymore, but... A little earlier back in Wano. Seriously? You're not leaving with us? Come on, be a pirate. Say it ain't so, Yamato-chan. Okay, so we are going to get that reaction. See, this is the problem with Post Wano. I feel like none of this should be flashbacks. I feel like we should have gotten all this like a couple chapters ago, right? Like we should still be technically in Post Wano. But we're just going to do it flashback style. Fine, dandy. Say it ain't so, Yamato-chan. Alright, so Yamato is not joining. Which we already knew, but we didn't need Sanji to be 5th place either, right? That would just make him mad. You probably already know this, but that forest guy was only driven off thanks to whoever caused that immense burst of hockey. I mean, fair point, but they were all there. But that's also a fair point, they're leaving. And Yamato can contend, I would argue, where Yamato, she is capable of fighting Aramaki's level. I'm sorry, guys. Aramaki is the weakest admiral we've seen in the series, bar none, and definitely able to tango with him. So, Kaido might be gone now, but his absence has opened up the floodgates for guys like that to pour into this country. Yeah, Aramaki had one good point. He was not wrong about the fact that Kaido was a deterrent. Just like if Big Mom leaves, that's why people thought that Blackbeard, being the sleaze ass that he is, would take advantage that Big Mom and half the, like, Smoothie, Daifuku, all them, were gone away from Whole Cake. that's the time to attack Whole Cake. The only time to attack a Yonko's territory is when they're fucking not there, right? So it is true. Can't just abandon everybody now, can I? I mean, this makes sense, but I wish she hadn't hyped it up forever. Like, it feels like she just made this decision on a whim because Aramaki made one good point. She's like, you're absolutely right. This forced dickhead fucking makes an excellent point. Fuck my dreams. I'm not joining. You know? Like, it's too quick, so I don't like it, but it makes sense. It's just coming on too quick. And Luffy's actually not happy about it by the looks of it. Besides, I doubt either of us would enjoy our adventures if we were always worrying about Wano. Making a point. Yamato, but man, I still really want to be one of you. To be a real crewmate. I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be an honorary thing. Like, if you ever want to join my crew, sort of like Vivi. If you ever want to come back, you're more than welcome. Because Vivi is the first unofficial Straw Hat. She's the first Straw Hat that is not on the crew. But as far as most people are concerned, Vivi counts as a Straw Hat. She just had other obligations to stay behind. Yamato is sort of doing the same thing. It's just a lot weaker message than Vivi's, right? Let's see. Luffy says, I guess you got a point. It would be a load off my mind. All right. Okay, I'll leave Momo and the others to you. All right. Let's see. Careful, Yamato, says Zoro. Momo has a lot of pride. Don't wound it. I mean, Zoro's got a good point there, too. And Marco flying overhead. Oh, Marco was there. Oh, so Marco's going to say goodbye? I know. I'll find another reason for me to stay. Yamato-chan. Oh, poor Sanji. Hoping for another chick. Let's see. Straw Hat, says Marco. Alright, Marco's up there being a boss. There's a ship nearby that'll give me a lift. Yeah, because he knew about it. So I'll be heading off first. Marco, you're leaving already? Yeah. I wish they had stayed and talked. Yeah, because they've never really conversed before. Like, we're missing out on some really good interactions, honestly. Like, Marco's not been able to sit down and talk about Ace with Luffy or anything like that. Like, they've never had that opportunity, you know, to reminisce with Ace. Like, Marco should be able to talk to Yamato especially, and Luffy, and Tama. Should be able to should be sitting down. We should have gotten a moment saying that they shared stories. We don't need to hear them, but it could have been a panel of Marco, pulled us aside and told us all the great stories about Ace as a pirate when he was on Whitebeard's crew and all the adventures and laughs they had and stuff. Reminisce about the good times about Ace. We laughed, we cried, blah, blah, blah. That would have been a nice moment. Why didn't we get that? Like, there's another missed opportunity just to have, like Zoro going to Ryuma's grave. A lot of these things that we're missing that I think are key and Oda used to do. It's just that this arc is so big and so much shit going on that, yeah. At least that's the way I'm thinking it. I mean, once again, Yamato could still join, just like Marco is most definitely going to show back up 100%. 100% Marco's showing back up in the story. This isn't Marco's last appearance, but whether he's going to be integral or not, because was he integral in this arc? A little bit, because while Zoro was busy dealing with the real threats, somebody had to take care of the commanders. Sanji wasn't going to do it. Anyways, let's see. So Straw Hat, the ship nearby. So yeah, Marco knew about red hair. He doesn't mention red hair. You're leaving already? Yeah. Let's see. Luffy says, you saved me back in the Summit War, right? I never got to say thanks. Yeah, see, they've never taught. This is the thing. Jinbei, take Ace's brother and go. So Luffy has heard about it or remembers it. And, see, that's nice. But see, they never got to have the conversation. I want them to have the conversation, Oh, but that's cool. That Luffy acknowledges, like, hey, it's Marco. Marco, you're awesome, man. Back then, we all seemed to be ready to spring into action, says Marco. Makes you wonder why, doesn't it, Jinbei? Oh, Jinbei and Marco talking. Whoa, that was a while ago. Who could say? They're reminiscing about the war from 2 years ago like they didn't all fail. Like, realistically. Let's see. And Marco says, I'm sure Ace would be proud of how far you've come, yo. She. Oh, yeah? Oh, see, we should have had more of this. Expand this. This is great that Marco brings up Ace and says, Luffy, your brother be proud of you, man. You've come so far. You're on the level of Pops, You're not on that level, but you're his rank now. Like, he'd be really proud to see it. Like, that's a nice line from Marco. You know, like, but we could have expanded that. Marco's way too integral to this shit. Like, I mean, this is nice, but why isn't this an entire fucking chapter? You know? Let's see. Marco then flies away. The times belong to you youngsters now. Stay strong. Got it, later. I mean, I understand. I do understand. We'll jump into the chat here for a second because I feel like I've been talking a while. Reactions always take an hour, man. They always take a long time with me. I don't read the whole chapter really quick. I like to talk through it. But yeah, stay strong and stuff. Like, Marco saying that how old he is, he's Shanks' age, isn't he? He's a couple years older. I understand that, like, the Whitebeard crew is gone. That's why, like, we haven't seen Vista or Jozu or anybody like that either. But still, it's sort of like, you know? Like, I feel like he still could do some good. It makes sense that Rayleigh doesn't join a crew or something, but I don't know. Just me. All right, let's jump back into the... Let's see what people are saying here. Naya says, I need a Crocodile arc again. Damn right, Naya. Damn right, my guy. Caden said Crocodile is the third best villain in One Piece. Third best? Nah, man. Nah. Best. Caden said Katakuri is going to beat the living shit out of Oven under this gas. This is true. Katakuri is arguably a great villain, by the way. Katakuri's up there. Naya said Crocodile is the best character in One Piece. Oh, he went best character. Let's go. I mean, best character. He's top 5 for sure. I don't know if he's the best character. Like, I'm trying to think, I'm biased. I'm trying to think best written, most developed, and stuff like that. I'm trying to think. Right offhand, Crocodile's up there. I don't know if he's the best. I'd have to think about that. Now, I said not just antagonist. Fair. I agree, says Naya, but just read it because I think it gives Yamato a really good reason to stay and not join. I mean, yeah, it does. It does give her a good reason right there to stay. Luffy won't worry. Yamato's strong enough. Yamato would have probably been, like, she's got conquerors. She's a level of power that I would argue is first mate level. It's commander level at the very least. She can hold off an admiral. So yeah, it makes sense. Now I said I agree, but just read because I think oh yeah, Caden said true, but I do think she would join later in the story and not just this point in time. Fair. Naya says so. Yamato saying she wanted to explore one of like Odin is a lie. Yeah, that bothered me. Naya said I think Yamato could join much later. Yeah, that's true too. Could happen. Kate said, I love how Marco acknowledges that Ace would have been very proud of Luffy if he's still alive. Indeed. That's nice. Naya said, because Luffy better than that bozo Ace. Oh, fuck off, Naya. You gotta love Ace, man. You gotta love Ace. Naya said, way better. Oh, God, come on, man. The disrespect to Fire Fist. I like Ace more than Sabo, not gonna lie. I'm biased in that way. Kane said, you're not wrong. Probably the next time we see Marco is in the final fight between Blackbeard and Luffy, or if Blackbeard attacks Whitebeard's home island. Yeah, I feel like we'll see some of that. We got 6 people in here and only 4 likes. What are you doing with those number, guys? Jack those numbers up, and let's jump back to the reaction. So yeah, let's see what's going on. So Marco has left. I'm glad we got a send-off scene for him, though. I like the lines, just wish it was more expanded. Bigger talk about Marineford, talk with Jinbei, talk with Zoro, talk with Luffy more. You know, I feel like we could have done more with it, but it is what it is. So let's see. The Isle of Women, Amazon Lily. All right, let's see. How's Boa doing? How is Boa doing? Let's see. The town is in bad shape. Uh-oh. This is the first time in history men have invaded like this. Oh. As long as I'm here, the Navy won't stop coming. But where in the world would I go? Wait, so Boa's still on the island. They've just been attacked, but I don't see any ships around, so she kicked the shit out of them, but at heavy cost. Huff. Since it's come to this, I think I'd better go and marry Luffy. You always think that. Boa's just using it as an excuse. Oh, the whole island will be in danger if I stay. Well, no helping it. Gotta go marry Luffy-chan. Luffy-sama. I must go marry Luffy-sama. Alright. But Boa is bandaged up. She actually took a hit by the looks of it. Let's see. A few weeks prior. The gates are down. We're under fire. The Kuja are resisting. Well, of course they'd be resisting. What did you think? So we have some Vice Admiral. Navy Vice Admiral Yamakaji. I don't remember him, but sure. He's probably been in the background before. Deploy the new pacifistas. Oh, you dicks. The new pacifistas. The Seraphims should be... The Seraphims? Seraphims? Should be out on the front lines. Still not ready to come out and face us, Hancock? Get ready to record what happens. Roger. Let's see. Who is that? I can't fight a child. The chapter of overwhelming strength. The chapter of overwhelming strength. That's typo? Also, isn't that... Oh, we get... Wait, what? It's a Skype. A star-eyed Skype. No, isn't that... That's not a Skypean. That's one of... Oh, King's Race. What's King's Race called? Just look at the flame. Look at the flame. Isn't that... Kya! Are they going to say the race? Or are they going to say... So wait, they turned... Of course, King was captured by the government. And they've... Dr. Vegapunk, just like with Bartholomew Kuma, created the pacifistas. These are the new... The seraphims. Oh, yeah. Seraphims or whatever they are. So this is one of them. But I'm assuming... This is also because she's using the Kizaru lasers. So, well, that's dangerous as fuck. Warship spotted. There's going to be theories about this. There's going to be a lot of questions about this. And are the Kuja remarking about who this is because they're, like, in silhouette sort of idea? Or are they remarking on the fact that they know the race? Because the Kuja, being a different race, might know of the Seraphians. Warship spotted, watch the stern. Huh? What the? Attention, report from the shore. Pirates incoming. Let's see, who is it? An Emperor's crew is here. Oh, it's this fat fuck. Oh, okay. So many people will be happy about this. Of course they will. Of course they will. I mean, I don't hate Blackbeard as a villain. Like, he's a good villain. As an antagonist and as a villain, he works for the story. But that doesn't mean I like him, like, as a character. You know? Like, he's the flip coin to Luffy. He's got the, you know, the pirate dreams and all that stuff. But he's also... People wank him too hard. They wank his strength and his power. And realistically, like... There's no proof, you know, so, alright, so the Blackbeard fanboys' panties are getting really wet tonight. They're getting really wet. Don't even need to buy them a drink at the bar. They're all ready to go home with you with this fucking page. Let's see. An Emperor's crew is here, the Blackbeard pirates. Ah, it's a seaquake. Zay, ha 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 ha. The Sea Kings will notice us. Okay, so yeah, doing the vroom vroom with the waves and stuff. We've seen Whitebeard do better. Zay, ha ha ha, I've come for the pirate empress. Oh, good luck with that. Good luck with that. But you are... Wait. You going to attack Amazon... Jinbei, Rayleigh... This dude not afraid... I mean, to be fair, this man thought that his era was starting, and then Red Hair pulled up and said, yeah, no, it's not. But this man is coming after Luffy's bride-to-be? I mean, I'm not saying Luffy will ever actually get with Hancock. Maybe, maybe not. I don't really... It's not something that... I don't really ship Luffy with anybody. But, yeah. Blackbeard, you trying? I mean, this is the Four Emperors saga. And we know that Luffy doesn't care about... He doesn't want to hurt Shanks or take down Shanks. Might want to duel him, but not fight him and kill him. He's got every reason to hate you already. You really want to piss off Luffy? At this stage in the game? I don't know, man. I don't know. I won't let a power like hers fall into the Navy's clutches. You've come for... Alright, let's see what you do then. Katarina Devon. Hee, that Hancock. What a gorgeous face. Her head will make a wonderful trophy after I wring her neck. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Blackbeard. You can have your way with her after we take her powers. Yeah, we still don't know how that method works. If it's a power of the Yami Yami no Mi specifically, a hidden ability that we're not aware of, or he's got some method. Hang on. Don't you think we could have more fun with her if we took her alive? Jesus, these guys. Acting like real pirates, to be fair. Vice Admiral, we need you to give the order to engage Blackbeard. Hold fire until we hear from HQ, says the Admiral. What an idiot. Gah, I'm not here for you fleas. Crack, 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 crack. Okay. Taking everything out. Get out here, Boa Hancock. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so they're going after Boa. Wouldn't Boa's ability still work on fucking Blackbeard, though? Like, he is a man. And where Katarina Devon is sort of like a love-hate lesbian sort of character, that's what I'm getting from her. Like, she falls in love with her prey that she wants to kill, like she's crazy. I feel like it would work on her, too. That's my question. Would Boa's ability, from what I understand, the love, it would work if you were sexually attracted, so it would work on lesbians, right? I don't know if this has been answered before. Let's see. Can't say I'm surprised. Oh, it is Kobe. We expected other pirates to want a piece of the former warlords. That's true. Blackbeard coming out for them. Notice he went after Boa. He didn't go after Mihawk. Just pointing that out, guys. Let's see. Hancock. The Navy isn't looking for a fight. If you surrender yourself to us, I promise we'll leave immediately. Wait, the Navy isn't looking for a fight, but surrender. We want to take you. Yeah, take away your freedom. Let us handle this, sister. Technically, she's not actually a pirate. If she said, well, I haven't pirated in like 5 days, you have no reason to take me in. You got rid of the warlord system. I haven't pirated since then. What reason do you have to come take me in? You know what I mean? Like for past transgressions, well, technically speaking, those would all be forgiven under the warlord status. You know, like you can't convict someone of murder in war times. You can convict them of war crimes if they go above and beyond, but you can't convict a soldier who shot 3 soldiers on the battlefield of murder after the fact. It doesn't really work that way. It was wartime, so it was allowed. You can't charge them with crimes. I mean, once again, this is a world government, but this makes no fucking sense. Technically speaking, they can't arrest anybody for anything they did or did not do while the warlord title was in effect. Once again, the world government, so they can do what they want, but still, technically speaking, this is bullshit. And a court of law would not hold up in military court. Let us handle this, sister. Oh, it's the 2 sisters. That this hero of theirs sure is conceited. Let's see. Oh, it was Kobe who said this. Boa says, don't waste your breath. I'll never submit to another's captivity. Yeah, Boa, we know what happened with Boa. We absolutely know what happened with Boa. So, yeah. The only person she's a slave to is her own hormones for Luffy. But she'll never be a slave ever again. Let's jump back with the chat, see what some people are saying. Let's see. Naya said, I love Boa. I'm sorry. I will never not stan. I mean, fair enough. Naya said, Lunarian. Lunarian. Thank you. Thank you, Naya. Jesus, couldn't think of it. Yeah. I mean, I don't like Boa because she kicked the cat. Like, I will, you know, like, I will get in my F-150 and run you over if you ever try to hurt my cat. I am more concerned about a cat I don't know or a puppy I don't know. I'm more concerned about their safety than like half the population of the human race. I don't give a shit if a train full of people die. It's like, oh, that's sad. Well, you know, accidents happen. Somebody deliberately kicks a puppy. I'm like, death to you and everyone you've ever met. You know. So, that's me. I can't love Boa, unfortunately. Just can't do it. Goes against everything. By the way, 12 people in here. Thanks very much, guys. But only 6 likes. Let's double that number. Let's hit that like button. It's only a click away, I promise. I promise you that. Kane said, with the experience they did on King, Vegapunk must have finally been able to improve the PX2 to this degree. Surprised it took him literal decades to do it, though. But he's also 500 years advanced. We've been told this. 500 years of future stuff. Let's see. Naya said, big body teach. Big body teach. Yeah. Fuck teach, man. Naya says, zeh, ha, 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 ha. Naya said, yes, so real piracy here, baby. Yeah, like once again, as a villain, as an antagonist, as a true pirate, similar to Kid, they are very good as pirates because these are pirates. Pirates aren't Luffy and Jack Sparrow, guys. Those are not pirates. Those are exceptions, not the rule. Barbossa's a pirate. Blackbeard's a pirate. Kid is a pirate. These are pirates, you know. So as far as full-on pirate, you got to give it to Blackbeard, 100%. Kellyanne King, hello Kellyanne King, says the main reason why Yamato isn't joining the Straw Hats for now, I guess, is because he doesn't want to feel the same regret that Odin did in the past, or she. Yeah, that's hard. I say she because I mean, dun 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 dun, but that's just me. So, yeah. I mean, there is that too. Naya said, yes, my undies are hella moist. Oh, Jesus. Poor Naya. Go get a change of underwear, man. Caden said, if only Blackbeard's commanders showed up, Boa would have won hands down. But since Blackbeard came, everything became way more difficult for her. In a way, yeah. Caden said, I still don't know why he wants that specific fruit from Boa, because Boa is probably the only person on the planet to use it in its best capability. Boa, yeah. Maybe he'll just give it to another female. I mean, because there's not a whole lot of females. Like, is he trying to use it to capture big? I don't like. Specifically, Boa's fruit is powerful, but in her hands only. Really, as you said, it's not that effective in other people's hands. I would argue. Kelly and Kick said, "Lo, I can't imagine Blackbeard do the mero like Boa did." Yeah, no. I don't think he's capturing it for him. He's capturing it for other people, right? Like he's been doing. Kane said, Boa fruit works on both male and female as long as they're attracted to her. Right. So she could turn them to stone because when we first introduced her, she turned some of her followers into stone. Right. If you're attracted to her, that's absolutely true. Naya said, I don't like animals. Kick that cat again. Queen shit. Oh, fuck you. Fucking Naya. Always got to be the devil's advocate with that shit, don't you? What do you mean you don't like animals? What the fuck did an animal ever do to you? Jesus. Naya's always good for a good time. Caden said, rip to the late queen. This is so sad. Yeah, oh yeah, by the way, yeah. Peace to Queen Elizabeth II. Second longest monarch in human history. From what we know, Louis XIV beat her by a couple years. But yeah, you know, and a lot of people trashing her and blaming her. Once again, just really quick before we get back in, I find that in bad taste and disrespectful, you know, to make light and make the memes and the jokes and the hate speech on her. Like literally less than it's been a day since she died. Like she's still a woman who did a lot of good too. She made some mistakes. I wasn't the hugest fan of a lot of the Queen and of what the Queen has done or didn't do, but she's not Hitler, she's not Genghis Khan, she's not Trump. So throwing a party like she caused every bad thing to happen in the last 100 years is to me, it's still a grandmother and a mother and someone who lived a full life short, but she still died. It's less than 24 hours. Have some fucking respect, guys. Have some goddamn respect. Seriously. You know? That's all I can say. That's all I'm going to say. So I turned off a lot of people's Discords because I just not going to take it. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not going to sit there and be butthurt on the internet because the internet sucks like that. But I'm just, yeah, that's just me. I muted a lot of channels and just said, I'm not going to engage. I'm old and wise for 5 minutes of the day. And I'm just not going to engage. Not going to engage with that shit. Because if you weren't raised right, if you were raised like a fucking entitled little shit, like a lot of people on the internet are, then you're not going to have any respect anyways. And it's not my job to whip out the belt and teach you. So, it's not my job. I can't police the internet. Naya said, my cousin always says Luffy is a sailor. Really? That's awesome. Caden said, Luffy is more like an adventurer than an actual pirate. Yeah, an adventurer or a sailor. Yeah, those, he's not really a pirate in any respect. Naya said, I like plants. Aramaki type beat. Fuck Aramaki, man. Fuck that loser. Worst admiral ever. Naya said, you know who should have been an admiral? What's his name? Momoa? The dude who went after Boa the first time with the awesome mustache and mohawk. Momonga? Is that his name? I forget, but that vice admiral, he deserves to be an admiral. Fuck Aramaki. Naya said, the internet has no respect for the dead. Nothing we can do. That's true. Very true. It's so sad. Once again, 13 people in here, still only hitting that 6 likes, guys. Can we hit that up to double-digit likes? I like my double-digit likes. And let's jump back to the reaction. We like it. We love to see it. Let's see. So Boa is, of course, not a, we know what happened to Boa. Oda doesn't need to tell us, and sometimes that works way better than giving us the gory details. So yeah, of course she's not going to give in. Wait, sister, don't do it, said. Commandeer, teach, save us. Nothing phases this thing. Huh? Okay, so people are being broken. Oh, Boa's about to go out there, but it's not Boa, apparently. Wait, you're kidding. White hair, brown skin, and black wings? Oh, wait, so Teach knows what the fuck this thing is? Oh, from maybe being on Whitebeard's crew because Marco knew about it, too. Wait, you're kidding. White hair, brown skin. You guys aren't serious. This kid took all of you down by himself? Ha, it looks like a little young king. PX, yeah, on it. Ha, PX? Don't tell me he's a pacifista? Ugh, holy shit. Look at the damn... Oh, my... Oh, Jesus. You know what this just proves? The impressiveness of a clone little baby king here, and fucking Zoro took him down after taking on Kaido. So... Let's see here. Boom. Damn it, a pacifista brat? What the hell is going on, says Blackbeard. And then boom, oh, people are going to be so happy. Oh, this is huge. Blackbeard being pushed, but proven officially. I think this is the first confirmation that Blackbeard has shown in manga, probably in Viva Ricard. He's got armament hockey. Armament hockeyed up, but he's still being pushed. And then Black Hole. Huh? Oh, yeah. Taking down a bunch of people. Slave arrow, says Boa. Boom, 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 boom. There go most of the... It looks like the Navy she's attacking first. Yeah, oh. Helmeppo-san. You too, Vice Admiral Yamakiji? Oh, so Helmeppo's there. Gets turned to stone, so does the Vice Admiral, of course, with ease. Hey, pacifista, stop that, says Kobe. You'll smash the people who have been turned to stone. Stop right now, that's an order. Perfume, says Kobe. Huh? Boom. Wait, what happened? She's about to attack, and then what happens? Zeh-ha-ha-ha. Snake Princess, she can't use her powers. Get your filthy hands off me. Yeah, of course she can't. But she also has Conqueror's Haki, so she's not going to submit. We don't have any proof that Black does. Wait, she did turn the Blackbeard crew, but not him? Wait, so did he already... So, the Yami Yami no Mi, there's only two things. Either he's... Because I'm sure he was in range when she attacked. Alright, so we're jumping away here for a second because all of a sudden they're attacking and then boom, everyone's... There's no pacifista child. What happened? Like, this is jumping all over the place for me. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's almost like, okay, we had a battle and now we're jumping to the conclusion of the battle. Alright. Alright. But okay, so get your filthy hands off me. She can't use her powers. I see they don't call you Empress for nothing. So, oh, bounty reveals. So, Boa gets 1.6. I called it. I said 1.69. I said 1.69. It's 1.659. I was probably the closest of anybody, unless somebody guessed 1.65 on the dot. I think I'll take it. I guessed 1.69, and it was 1.659. So I had 3 of the 4 numbers right. Okay, yeah, Boa definitely gets that. And Blackbeard does have an updated bounty. A lot of people assume Blackbeard would have an updated bounty. I argued that he probably wouldn't because he hasn't done anything necessarily. Like, the only reason we've had bounty increases for the people that we just got was because A, the warlord system was abolished, so they needed new bounties, and B, because Luffy and the crew took down Kaido and Big Mom, so of course they got bounty increases based on their feats and the stories. We don't know. I said this. I don't know if Blackbeard's been doing anything other than chilling, but I haven't been told that, so I have no reason to believe his bounty went up. Now, apparently it did, and it's even higher than Mihawk's. It's 3.996 billion. It's not in the 4 billion range. I'm happy with that. I think Mihawk should be higher. But once again, bounties are not based on power alone. Blackbeard is far more dangerous overall than Mihawk. I would argue absolutely. Because Mihawk was content chilling. Blackbeard stirring shit up, right? It's the same. What Shocky always says rings true. You know, Kid had a higher bounty than Luffy because more danger, more destruction. You know, it's not just the individual. So it's what happened. So 3.996. All right. So currently the second highest of the Yonko bounties. Shanks still higher. And of course, if Blackbeard goes higher than Shanks, that's going to bother me. But yeah, all right. Cool. See, I've had my eye on your powers for quite a while. And Hancock doesn't give a shit. She's saying, my beauty is what makes this power formidable. If you kill me, all your little friends will remain statues forever. Whoever inherits my power won't be able to release them. Oh, shit. I think that's actually true. Didn't we learn something about devil fruits in that way? Like, you can't... I think that's actually true. I think there was a similar situation with that. I think this confirms a theory from a while ago, but okay. Boa knows what the fuck she's doing. She's not stupid. And also, this implies here one of two things. I think the latter is more obvious, but the former is Blackbeard is not sexually attracted to Boa in any regard. I don't like that theory. Blackbeard isn't exactly Luffy. I think that the Yami Yami no Mi, he's still Logia technically, and it coats him, so devil fruit powers don't affect him in that way. However, if that's and I would argue it must be a mastery of some regard that he didn't have a marine for, because otherwise Whitebeard and Buddha Sengoku wouldn't have been able to hurt him with the Yami Yami no Mi powers either. So yeah, I'm gonna guess it's the second one. I'm gonna guess he's evolved or smart enough to coat himself in the Yami Yami no Mi so that the love fruit doesn't affect him. That's what I'm gonna go with. Kobe says, I knew it. Boa Hancock is far trickier than anyone expected. Yeah, she's not stupid. She wasn't taking Teach lightly. So now, she has literally taken down a few of the Titanic captains, at least. We see at least 2 of them, maybe more. She's taken down a lot of his crewmates and 2 of his Titanic captains. So, that's, yeah, okay. Most of the morons on my crew are petrified. You sure got us good. What do I do? Everyone's been turned to stone. Why wasn't Kobe turned to stone, I wonder? Like, I wish we had seen this in a way. Oh, we see a picture of Luffy up there on the, of course. Seems like a bit of an impasse, doesn't it, hero? You did me a favor at Rocky Port. Oh, we're talking about the Rocky Port incident after all. Okay. That made it possible for me to oust Ochoku and become the boss of Pirate Island. Ochoku? Who's a choke? I forget who. Do I know who that's supposed to be? Let's see. Blackbeard says, if I unhand the woman, do you reckon she'd play nice and change everyone back to normal? Let's see. It'd be a headache for me if she didn't restore the Marines, says Kobe. I'll do it if you two get off my island. That's a fair deal. This is checkmate. What's Blackbeard going to do? This is checkmate. But once again, how stupid is Blackbeard? How stupid is Blackbeard really? When you consider you got, like Luffy's picture is right there. He just became an emperor. He's now joined Jinbei on the crew. You're not telling me Blackbeard's not informed. You know what I'm saying? You're not telling me that. So, and like, Rayleigh's a great friend of the Amazon sisters. Like, I don't think Rayleigh and Shocky gonna take kindly to Blackbeard fucking up their friend's island either. You know? Then again, once again, Rayleigh's old. Rayleigh probably won't react until the final battle. So, yeah, maybe not. And Garf's not going to go. I'm just trying to think of all the allies involved here that like, Blackbeard getting a little big for his britches here. I think that bounty is going to his head because, you know, yeah. All right. But let's see what people are saying before we continue. I just finished the double page spread there, and just reading off on the next page. We're up to I'll do it if you two get off my island, and I said checkmate. So, yeah, let's see. Miss said, I think the Vice Admiral here showed up during Ennie's lobby. Probably. Kelly and the King said Kid Hawk. Yeah. Kane said the PX that Blackbeard was fighting is a clone of Mihawk and the traits of King Race. That would be dangerous as fuck. Kane said that just proves that Kobe has a pure because he was not affected by bow or attack or just dodged the arrows either. Yeah, Blackbeard either black holed the arrows, potentially. That's true too. As I said, I don't think it's because either one of them are unattractive. I think that's a unique Luffy trait. That's even rarer than Conqueror's Hockey, that you're not affected by boa. I think it's simply they were doing the dodging shit. Observation hockey and all that shit, right? Hassan is in here and says, is it Blackbeard who put the scar on Shanks? If so, he did without any fruit power. Yes, it's true. It's confirmed. Shanks said that he put the scar on him. Miss said Blackbeard's increase is probably due to the stuff with Moria and whatever else may have happened. Miss says, Miss, yeah, that's true. I'm just saying I wasn't convinced that there may or may not be. I didn't say there wouldn't be. I said we, as far as until this chapter, we had no indication he did anything that the Marines are aware of or anybody's aware of, so, you know, could have been that. Caden said, did you notice Blackbeard's new bounty and Boa's new bounty? I did. Caden said, the reason why Boa can't hurt Blackbeard right now is because of the darkness fruit is canceling out their powers. He did the same thing to Ace. Yes, but I said beforehand, at a distance. At a distance, like, once again, there might have been some other shit. Joker says, they said Boa is about emotions, not necessarily lust. Like if someone has a strong hate, it would work that about. This is what people said Oda mentioned in a new interview. Oh, that'd be interesting. Naya said, it has to be like love, lust, perverted or dirty thoughts, something in that camp. Yeah. Some type of attracted, like, oh, damn, she's hot. Oh, fuck, you know? Kellyanne Kane said, Wang Ji from Rocks. It doesn't say Wang Ji. It says Osuko. So, is Wang Ji a lot? Wait. So, Wang Ji, it was Wang Ji? That's not how it's spelled. Was that a mistranslation? Anyways, it might have been that. So, apparently Wang Ji was in control of Pirate Island. I mean, I'll take that a former Rocks guy was in charge and got kicked out, which is odd because everyone's been saying, oh, he wants the Rocks Pirates back and blah, blah, blah. But then again, he killed White. I don't know. Naya said he's always been overconfident. This is true. Blackbeard is overconfident to a fault, and that is going to be part of his downfall. Message retracted. Joker said he snuck her. Yeah, maybe so. All right, so let's see what happens here. See, I think they got them in checkmate, by the way. I think that this is where Blackbeard agrees to leave, but hey, you won't always be around. Like, I'll be back for you one day, you know. I think Blackbeard will agree to leave for now. Kobe will do the same and get shit out by Akainu, and hence at the beginning of the chapter why Boa was okay. So let's see. Blackbeard crunching. You know, ugh. I just don't buy it. The way I see it, if I let go, you just turn us to stone, right? Okay, so this implies I honestly don't think any man can resist your charms. This implies it was the fruit. So Blackbeard, the powers would affect Blackbeard. She was just distracted by attacking so many other people. But right now, with only two of them, Kobe and Blackbeard, if Boa was let go, she could easily long range him. And maybe he's not entirely confident in his own. Maybe, I don't know. This is a real head scratcher, but I guess I gotta kill you, says Blackbeard. Wait a minute. So it's not checkmate. See, I thought it'd be like, yeah, I'd really like to kill you, but I'd rather not kill two of my Titanic captains. They were some hard to find or something like that. I thought that was going to be the message. So wait a minute. But she's okay. So does Kobe actually... The Kobe incident. Don't tell me Kobe actually... I mean, maybe one good hit? Is Kobe actually going to fight Blackbeard to the point of Boa getting away? Like, damn. Please, wait, don't throw all those lives away, says Kobe. Okay, what's gonna happen? I knew the Navy would lay siege to the island. Crack. Conqueror's hockey. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Baby! You guys thought I was nuts. You guys thought old Griever in his old wizened age was a little caca, was a little cuckoo, and just power scaling the old guard, being still in the top 10. And these young bucks still ain't that level. But tell me right now that this man isn't just showing up like fucking Shanks to Aramaki, that Rayleigh, the Dark King, has arrived. And don't tell me, this is going to be the Blackbeard wankers going to have another fucking excuse. They are somehow trying to convince themselves that that bitch didn't piss his pants and run away from Shanks 2 years ago. Then they're going to have to cope heavy levels of morphine injections to get rid of the pain that is the fact that a dude in his late fucking 70s is still going to be sitting here and going, yeah, bitch. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. Oh, baby. The old guard is still up here, guys. Don't discount the best Marine Garp. Don't discount Sengoku. Don't discount Rayleigh. Don't discount the old guard. That's all. I've been trying to say it forever. Those three are still able to hold back the best of the best. Not win, but they ain't gonna. It ain't no low diff from any character. I don't care who you put on top. Shanks can't low diff Rayleigh. You know, so let's. Oh baby, no wonder you guys wanted a reaction to this chapter, because it's me, the old guy on YouTube, making no money, sitting here talking the shit. Okay, cool. Let's see. What does Rayleigh, Silvers D. Rayleigh, have to say? But I didn't think the terrain here would get this devastated. Look at that Conqueror's hockey. Just, sorry I'm late, Hancock. Dark King Rayleigh? Oh, shit. Blackbeard. Even see? What do I see there on Blackbeard's face? Could it be sweat? Could it be shock? Is that a frown? Ooh, you Blackbeard fans putting him at best in the verse when Rayleigh scares this bitch. Let's go. Whitebeard's old apprentice, eh? I know it's immature to admit this, but I really don't like you. It's a good fucking way to start a weekend. JJK was great. The beer is cold, though I'm sort of running out here. The beer is cold, I got steaks ready, and then Rayleigh shows up to say, listen, power scalers who think Blackbeard for some reason is stronger than Kaido and Shanks, he's scared of an old man. I love my job. This ain't even my job. I do this shit for free. I just love fucking pissing off the internet. This is fan-fucking-tastic. Alright. I don't really like you. The Pirate Kings. Oh, no bounty for Silver's Rayleigh? Come on. This was the opportunity. We just got the new bounties. The Pirate King's right hand. Dark King. Silver's. There's no D, but we know it's got to be a D. This man is the epitome of a D. Rayleigh, says Hancock. What? The Silver's Rayleigh? Everyone's shocked. Okay, there's still some people unfrozen. What? And let's see. Rayleigh standing there, and he not happy. Hancock, release everybody that's been turned to stone. I will ensure that this de-escalates without issue. Then the invaders will leave the island. I won't allow any funny business. See, Shanks learned everything that made him badass from this man, because this man did it first. This man rolling up like Marineford, just like Shanks did, but who taught Shanks how to do it? This man. This fucking man showed up and taught him, Shanks, how to pull up. And this man fucking pulled up. This man pulled up and said, here's what's gonna happen. And let me guess. Everybody listened? Let's go. Present day. Let's go. I'm so glad you managed to survive that. It's thanks to you, Rayleigh. Shocky's there too. Shocky. Oh, and of course the only other man that Boa's okay with. Look, she's leaning on Rayleigh's legs like, oh, thank you, Rayleigh. Because Rayleigh's like her, like, granddad or something like that. Like, Rayleigh's the only other man that she actually likes. I'm so glad you managed to survive that. It's thanks to you, Rayleigh. Shocky there. Let's see. Former Empress of Amazon. Not on the rock spot. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh. This chapter just keeps going. Former Empress of Amazon, Lily. This explains a lot. The former Empress hooked up with Rayleigh. That's why they all think of Rayleigh as like because basically she's their god or godfather, godmother, whatever you want to call it. So they're like the grandparents. They're the godfathers. They're the god family. This is starting to make so much sense. Ex-captain of the Kuja Pirates, Shakuyaku. Shocky. From 2 generations ago. So even before that. And not necessarily the grandmother directly, I don't believe, because I don't think it falls in a line like that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's her, like, literal grandmother or something like that, but anyways. Because I don't think the Empress of Amazon Lily works that way, does it? I don't think it's an actual bloodline, but might be. I forget that lore. But yeah, okay, this is making a lot more sense. But so Rayleigh, Shocky was there. They just chilling. Boa's like, oh, Rayleigh, thanks so much. And see, everybody listen to Rayleigh. Even the comb belt isn't safe anymore. Progress sometimes causes new problems. With Vegapunk's sea stone paddle ships out there. Between the Navy's new weapons and Blackbeard's arrival, I thought we were done for, says the old lady. Let's see. Rayleigh says, to be frank, we got lucky. Oh, is he going to say... Let me guess. He's going to say the line that, I'm not sure I could win in an all-out fight against Blackbeard. I'm really fucking old. Just like he said against Kizaru. Like, I can hold him, but I don't think I can beat him. Which, once again, if he were to put his life on the line, maybe, but it'd be a high diff. Because he is fucking old. He is really old. But let's see. To be frank, we got lucky. Circumstances allowed me to resolve things with my reputation. I've gotten old. Shocky quiet about it though. Shocky's quiet about it because remember, Shocky also said that Rayleigh was 100 times stronger than any of the supernovas, even at his age. So, but his Conqueror's hockey should still be up there. I mean, it scared Blackbeard enough. Let's see. So, to resolve things with my reputation, I've gotten old. That's fair. Like, he's almost 80. So, he's nowhere near his prime anymore. And I'm not saying, once again, I'm not saying Rayleigh could straight up, no question, beat Blackbeard. I'm saying he'd give him a hard fucking fight. He'd probably lose because he is too old. In his prime, he'd win. But, let's see. Shocky quiet. I'm pretty certain I wouldn't win a head-on fight against Blackbeard these days. Okay, so this is from Rayleigh himself. And I'm fine with this. You guys might think, oh man, you're going to be so mad, so mad. No, I'm not mad about this. I'm happy that Blackbeard respected the fact that, because Blackbeard at the end of the day is a coward. He doesn't take on guys that are going to give him a high fight. He never takes them on. He ran from Akainu, he ran from Shanks, now he ran from Rayleigh. That hasn't changed. The man's an opportunist and a coward. Makes him a great pirate, but he is all these things. He's not ready to put his life on the line. Rayleigh just said, I'm pretty certain, not 100%, but pretty sure, yeah, it's like an 80-20, Blackbeard would beat me at the end of the day. Blackbeard doesn't want to take that 20% chance, though. Blackbeard ain't willing to take that 20% chance. That's the difference. He wouldn't win on a fight against Blackbeard these days. Fair enough. Blackbeard's no slouch. Strong. Very strong. And Rayleigh's too old. But still, this just tells me that Shanks easily kills him. Boas, let's see. From the sounds of it, the navies are looking to replace the 7 warlords with these new weapons. And even after everything, those 2 didn't have a single scratch on them. Oh, so there was 2 of them. Okay, so, oh yeah, there was a girl who looks like, oh, she looked like Boa. It was bizarre. One of them just looked like Big Sis when she was a kid. Ah, so they took Boa mixed with King's race. Oh, that's dangerous as fuck. Let's see. Yes, we'll be docking at Egghead Port soon. Egghead Port? Oh, Jesus. So, Eggman, we're in Sonic the Hedgehog. Regarding the kidnapping of Captain Kobe. The kidnapping of Captain Kobe. Captain Kobe, the hero of the Rocky Port incident, has been abducted by one of the 4 emperors, Blackbeard. His current status is unknown. Word spreads across the world. Oh, shit. So, they didn't get off scot-free. But then again, Rayleigh had no reason to help Kobe. He wanted them all gone. Okay. Well, goddamn, this is an amazing chapter. This is an amazing chapter. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. And I'm gonna take everything at face value. I'm gonna take everything at face value, and just let's go. All right, let's catch up with the chat. Then I really gotta take a leak because it's been like over an hour. And listen, I drink a lot of beer, but beer goes through me just like it does a normal human being. I ain't got the Conquer's hockey a bladder yet. I haven't conquered hockey up my bladder yet to be able to take in the amount of alcohol, you know? So let's see. But we'll be continuing the stream, so don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Kane said, the man, the myth, the legend, Dark King Rayleigh has showed up and ready to fight. Fire, 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 fire. Guys, put respect on the name. I see emperors. I only ever heard of 2 kings. You got the Pirate King, and you got the Dark King. Haven't heard of any other kings, I'm just saying. Hassan said, Blackbeard has always kind of got what he wants, and he knows when not to attack. He ran from Akainu and left from Marineford due to Shanks. If he was overconfident, he wouldn't have done that. No, he ran from Akainu when he got Jewelry Bonnie. Then he ran. He ran 3 separate times, is what I'm saying. Kellyanne King said, you called it? I did. I'm so happy. Ban in here saying, yo, 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 yo. Yo. Kane said the way that Rayleigh put it is that he's too old to beat Blackbeard in a head-to-head fight, but he didn't say he couldn't beat him in his prime, so old age does play a role to some degree. Yeah, absolutely it does. Naya said, Shaka being the ex-queen perfectly explains his connection to that island. I know, this makes so much more sense. A lot of people said she was part of the Rocks crew, which would have been fine too. I like the idea that Shaki is the 2 empresses before Boa. Like it's Shaki, an empress, then Boa. I like that. And it makes sense with the connection. Why Rayleigh is accepted by Boa. That works out so well. And hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. I only seen 1 like, and we've been going anywhere from 15 people all the way down to 6. Like, there's enough people in here. Naya said she probably left when she got love sickness due to Rayleigh. Maybe. Kane said, I like that theory. Kane said, Amazon Lily doesn't follow a bloodline, just goes to the strongest woman on the island at the time. Yeah, I thought so. And I said, I think with the old characters, it's not that they are weak. They can't sustain maximum effort for long. Yeah, exactly. Like, I think, like, in a head-on-head clash, Rayleigh would beat out Blackbeard 100% of the time, but can he keep it up long enough to end him? That's the issue. It's stamina-based, right? Now I said, so in any drawn-out battle, they can't hang on like they can in the prime. I agree with this. Yeah. Now I said, Blackbeard also has seen Rayleigh in action. This is true. Blackbeard has seen Rayleigh in action, and he's terrified. Caden said, I think it comes down to his stamina, not his raw power. Yeah, so same thing Naya was saying. In raw power, I believe Rayleigh to be stronger than Blackbeard, but with his old age, he has nowhere near enough stamina to sustain the fight. I agree with that, too. I 100% agree, because he was mad at his age for not being able to take on both Kizaru, and Kizaru found this insulting, both Kizaru and a warlord at the same time. He was mad at himself for not being able to tangle with both of them. simultaneously. So you know he's way weaker. Now I said, so he could be overestimating him. That's true too. He could be absolutely overestimating Blackbeard to a degree. Or he could be being humble. He could be... Rayleigh seems to me like the more humble guy. He's not like, yeah, I'm top shit. No. He seems rather humble. Because he easily could have taken over after Roger died. He chose not to. He seems more of the retired... You know what I mean? Kelly and King said, like mentor, like apprentice. Indeed. Ban said, Griever, go back to the panels where the PX attacked Blackbeard and look at it a little harder. I will do so in a second. Hassan, is there going to be a buggy pacifista? You never know. Kane said, Blackbeard only engages people if he has a 95 to 100% chance of beating them in his mind. Yeah. He's not... Oh, thanks for all the likes, guys. There we go. Double-digit likes. Love to see it. Kane said, the PX that fought Blackbeard was a copy of Mihawk with King's Race mixed in. And the female one that was fighting... The woman was a copy of both with King's Race mixed in. How do we know it's Mihawk? That's your theory, right? I didn't see it, but go back to panels where PX... is that the idea, that he's cutting like a sword, so he's Mihawk? But when was Mihawk ever captured by the government? Alright, so we'll go back. We'll go back, let's see. So, going back to the panels. Oh, he does have the eyes. He's got the Mihawk eyes. Is that where everyone's drawing the conclusion? He's using a sword, he's cutting shit in half, and he's got the rounds, he's got the Mihawk eyes. Is that why people are saying that's Mihawk? I mean, I'm not saying the government couldn't have gotten his DNA in some way, shape, or form, but okay, so that's the popular theory. I'm good with it, though. That's fine. I'm not disagreeing, guys. I just didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. So yeah, Mihawk. All right. And I said, yeah, Kelly. He said, nah, I don't need a Moria Pacifista. That's true. Maybe maybe there'll be a Dolphy one. Maybe there'll be a Jinbei one. Who the hell knows? A Law one. I'll be right back, guys. Just going to take that leak, like I said. Then we'll keep talking to the chat. So... Don't go home, don't go to eat, and don't play with yourself. Wouldn't look nice on my stream. You can think about it, but don't do it. And Kanigas will be watching you guys. Kanigas, Guardline will be watching you guys, so none of that shit. Alright, we'll be right back. Yeah, that wasn't so long now, was it? I usually don't try to take that long. Yeah, okay, so... Oh, 10 people and 11 likes. You gotta love to see it. Been streaming for over an hour. Holy shit, yeah. Let's see. So, Naya said, yeah. Kelly and King said, nah, I don't need a Mori Pacifista. Kane said she still could have been part of the Rock's crew because Whitebeard, Kaido, and Big Mom are part of it and made their own pirates crews after they left rocks. That's true. You could have had the Amazon Queen, I suppose. The Empress. She still could have been. I like the idea that that's the end of it. She's just part of the Kuja Pirates, you know. Also, by the way, once again, just going back to the Rayleigh versus Blackbeard thing, I like the idea that, once again, Shockey was there, so she's probably no slouch either. And I like to think that, okay, Rayleigh versus Blackbeard might be a 70-30, 80-20, whatever you want to do. But, and I'm not convinced, I think Rayleigh's being a little more humble, you know, than anything. But, even if you want to argue that he's not, Shockey doesn't appear convinced by that statement. She's not arguing against it, but she's also not seemingly convinced. And also, you're telling me Shockey wouldn't have helped? You're telling me Rayleigh wouldn't have been able to attack Blackbeard to the point that Boa would have gotten out of the clutches and then started helping Rayleigh? Like, it wouldn't have been... Rayleigh was talking as if it was only 1v1 with no outside interference, but, you know, the signs were still on. You know, if the chips were down, I'd still bet on Rayleigh. Miss Condon said the government could have gotten their DNA at any point when they were warlords. Oh, yeah. No, I know. I'm just like, I can't think of Mihawk willingly agreeing to that. Naya says, I thought he looked like Arbor originally. Oh, I mean, actually, yeah, I see it. Miss said, and explains why they don't need the warlords anymore. True. Kane said, because they made their own warlords that are going to listen. Kane said, if you take a closer look at the one that fought Blackbeard, he has a replica of Mihawk's sword. At the one that fought Blackbeard, he's got a replica? Are you sure? I thought it looked more like didn't look like that. Oh, I suppose, yeah, it's got the cross guard. Yeah, I suppose it is Yoru. We don't really see a great shot of it. But yeah, sure. I'll go with that. Kelly and King said, so now world government have 3 different kind of pacifistas that are based on the warlords. Oh, shit. Now I said, I think the funniest thing was that the dude took Kobe. I know, right? He took Kobe. Why? And why would he? Like, Kobe would have had to agree to that in some way because, like, Blackbeard was sweating. Rayleigh even admitted, even if you want to argue that Rayleigh's reputation is what, because Rayleigh laid down the terms and the terms were met. I'm just saying that, like, why would Rayleigh willingly give up if he was like, yeah, I want to take him? No, I'm not taking him. Rayleigh said, you heard him teach. You're not taking the boy. You know, I can't see Rayleigh being like, yeah, sure, take the Marine. I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't see that happening, so I don't know. I'm wondering what happened there. I wonder if Kobe willingly went to infiltrate. I don't know, because remember, he's part of Sword. It is funny, as Naya points out, but I'm curious. I think there's more to the story. Hassan said, do you think both Shanks and Buggy were infants on the Pirate King ship? Not infants, I don't think, but, like, young boys. Naya said, I'm leaving with something. Yeah, he's like, I didn't come here, get my shit wrecked, scared out of my wits to not walk away with something, you know? Naya said, like, damn, Rayleigh, you couldn't help Kobe? Yeah, like, really? Captain Lobie, says Kelly and King. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Then again, why would Rayleigh give a shit about a Navy? Like, he doesn't know the relationship with Kobe or anybody, right? So. Kane said, I think the reason why Blackbeard took Kobe was because of the Cross Guild. The Cross Guild probably has a bounty out for Kobe since he does have the title of Hero of the Marines. Yeah, well, he doesn't have the title of Hero of the Marines. He has the title of a... Yeah. And, yeah, he doesn't have the epithet Hero of the Marines. That's still Garp. But, yeah. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that was... I'm really glad I streamed this. So, thank you to everyone who told me to stream it. I mean, I do have a little bit of time... that I suppose I could VC if anybody wanted to VC on stream for a little bit if anybody wanted to do that. If not, that's cool. That's cool too. But yeah, it just seems that this reaction got popular as it went rather than early on. So yeah, I mean, It's up to anybody. If anybody wants to chit chat, that's cool. I can always open up the VC in Discord or something like that. Talk about the chapter or what have you. As I said, if not, I mean, an hour and a half stream ain't fucking bad for a fucking 90-page chapter. Caden said Blackbeard probably didn't take Kobe until they hit the seas and got away from Amazon. Lily would rarely could not interfere. I mean, yeah. Naya said, I'll hop in if that cool. Man, that's always cool, man. Yeah, so let's open up Discord. Hopefully this works. Missed it. Unfortunately, I'm going to leave for work, so I have to pass. Nah, no worries, man. No worries. I'm hopping in. I'll hop into, where do I go? I'll go into the... I can go into the mod discussion. I think Naya has that fucking role. I just gotta make sure. Podcast. Yeah. Fuck it. I'll jump into podcast role, and I'll make sure that Naya's got the role. Gotta find Naya up in here. Naya's got the role here somewhere. Where's Naya? Where's Naya at? There he is. Let's see. Roles. What role do you need for this? Where's podcast role? New role. Boris Gums muted. There's so many roles. I didn't even set up my own Discord, so I don't even know how to fucking do this. Yeah. If I give him that role, he should be good. Yeah, so if you can't jump in, I'm in my Discord on podcast voice channel. If you want to hop in. If you can't hop in, just let me know. Text me or fucking mention it in chat and I'll try to fix it. Yeah, so... where was I? Getting rid of... Oh. I got a direct message. Let's see. Boom. And there we go. Yeah, so Miss says unfortunately he's about to leave for work, so I'll have to pass. That is unfortunate. Had I planned on it, didn't know this would be popular, I would have planned it. Kane said, I believe this would have been the perfect chapter to reveal the Dark King's bounty and the former Empress of Amazon, Lily bounty. Yeah, like, that's weird that we did not get their bounties. Not gonna lie. That is kind of weird. I expected to.
Can I hear it?
Oh, there you are. Can you hear me now? Yo, what's up?
I'm alright, man. That was a good chapter.
That was an excelente chapter, my guy. That was a good fucking chapter.
I'm under the impression all we had to do was leave those bum samurai waters. That's all we needed to do was get off Wano.
Yeah, something to be said for that, for sure. I still think, I know Wano was long, but I remember saying at the beginning of the reaction, I still think all these jumping to these flashbacks of what post Wano was kind of why didn't we just do a post Wano properly and then jump to everything? It would have worked nonetheless, but I mean, at least
I did think that Yamato fake up was completely unnecessary. You should have just done that the first time and let us go on. I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, I do agree with her reason for staying. As Aramaki, the one good thing he did was, other than plants and flowers, was the good thing is that he did mention that Kaido is a deterrent. I mean, that is fact. And there's nothing stopping from the Navy from trying to fucking come after Wano. They got the Sea Stone, they got all that shit, they're recovering. There's a lot of reasons to attack them, you know?
Yeah.
So, I'm good with it.
But, there's a couple of things I think are really, really interesting in this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I don't think that Kobe and Blackbeard got hit by the whatever Mera she used. I just don't think it hit them, honestly.
Fair, yeah.
I don't think they're immune to it. Especially Blackbeard. I think Blackbeard admits that he's not immune to it. I think one of my favorite lines that Boa says here is that I kind of agree. I'm not sure if there's something about that ability we don't know. I don't know if you've been hearing people thinking it's an actual mythical Zoan called the Gorgon or Medusa fruit, something like that.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that before.
So similar to it's in a similar vein of the Nika, the sun god.
Mm-hmm.
But when Blackbeard was choking her I need that power, I can't have the Navy have it. She's like, this power is formidable because I'm beautiful. I'm like, she called Alia ugly. not gonna work. Blackbeard going metal's not turning anyone to stone, bro.
Nope.
not her. Not Vasco shot. Katarina Devon ugly too. It's not working on that power is wasted on that crew.
You know what? It's actually not wrong because it only works because people think she's hot. That's the
like Shida Hoshi could use that.
Yeah.
Because people think she's beautiful, you know?
Yeah, like Nami could use it,
he's
sure.
He's not using that.
Yeah. But there are other characters that can use it, but nobody on Blackbeard's crew would that be effective.
Herself is ugly. She's not turning no one to stone.
No? Actually,
nobody's turning to stone. Cause like someone was asking me last night if I thought that somebody could possibly, if she could possibly like have two abilities or Blackbeard could swap them out in the sense that's like she'll transform with the what she had, the Kitsune or something for it? I can't remember what it is, but she could transform into something beautiful. Then he could like swap the ability, then she could use it. I'm like, I don't think it works that way.
No, because we've confirmed that he has two devil fruits. It doesn't confirm that she can have two. Blackbeard's the unique one, so how would that work?
He's the only person we know that can have two devil fruits. I do think that he can swap them though, in the sense that it's like, for
maybe.
This mission, I need I call him Man Bison with a sword and cigar, but I mean Shiryu. I don't need you to have to clear fruit for this engagement. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna give this to Vasco Shot. And I'm gonna take whatever ability I give to Vasco Shot. So let's say it's like Moria's fruit, and I'm gonna give it to Shiryu today. To the point where I think a lot of them could use multiple abilities at a pretty decent level.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
That's not a bad idea. And I like your idea. Like as I said, I was just throwing around ideas. But Blackbeard basically confirmed that Boa's power would work on him if it hit him later on in the chapter. So I think it simply is observation hockey, which we know that is Kobe's specialty. Just dodging, right? And Blackbeard was either using his fruit to negate it or, once again, or dodging it, as you said. Like, that seems to be the case. I found that transition hard to the double page. It was like, okay, we're fighting, then all of a sudden there's no PXs anywheres. Everyone's turned to stone, and now Boa's captured by Blackbeard. I was like, wait, what? When did all this happen? I didn't get like
it's kind of jarring.
Yeah, it was jarring. That's the word I was looking for. Like some of the pages, it was a great chapter, but some of the pages where there was no spot. I find Jujutsu Kaisen does this a lot in some of their arcs. They cut in the middle of a battle to a panel, and I'm like, wait, where's the transition piece to let me know we're going?
In-between part, yeah.
Yeah. So I found like Oda seems to be doing that lately for some chapters, but either way, it was still a fucking great ass chapter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And then I really like the Shaki stuff because I'm like the part of my head I'm like why are they so cool with him? Like why does he have this connection to this island? Like end of the day you're a man, right?
Yeah.
And then with Shaki being the ex queen, like two generations removed from Boa.
Yeah.
And he's helped them in some capacity and stuff. I'm like, no, this actually explains it, and I'm not mad. It's still possible. Actually, I don't think so. I don't think she was on rocks actually, but I still think this explains a lot, so I really like it anyways.
It could be she could have left and joined rocks for a while and then went back. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, no, if that happens, fine. But this is a great explanation too, and as you said, it explains Rayleigh. It also, once again, I think it fully explains why Rayleigh is the only other man that Boa talks to like an equal. Or like, that kind of idea. It's just Luffy and Rayleigh. Why Rayleigh? Rayleigh's awesome, I get it, but there's no reason for Boa to not do the superior act with Rayleigh,
Because I would argue it's like the way that the island, not that the island likes Luffy anyways, but like it's like the similar thing. When the queen likes a man, that man is allowed on the island.
That's right.
The ex-queen liked the man, that man's allowed on the island.
Yeah.
Remember that everyone that got the love sickness had to leave to secure themselves.
Yeah.
Bo was the only one I think that stayed and was able to survive. So I think that she had to leave because she ended up falling in love with Rayleigh, and plus her and Rayleigh lived together and all that stuff. So I think it all adds up.
For all we know, actually, I always thought, like, some people are saying that the road, like everyone's saying the last road poneglyph is in a place we've been to before, and I always thought, what about Amazon Lily? Like why couldn't that be hidden in the mountain somewhere? You know?
Belt?
Yeah, like why not? Because it seems so like I don't think the word's obvious, but it just seems so like nobody considers that. It's like, would you ever consider that in the back room of Arlong Park in Orange Syrup Village or somewhere like that, there's some fucking red poneglyph? Like you'd never suspect that. So it just seems Amazon Lily, yeah, it's its own thing and stuff, but it has no relation to the Void Century. It's an island full of women. That's it. You know?
Yep.
So it just seems like, oh, well, it could be there, it could be anywhere. There's a lot of people, not necessarily Amazon Lily, I've just been hearing a lot of people theorizing that this is a way for the characters for the Straw Hats to actually go back and maybe see some old friendly faces, stuff like that. You know? They go back somewhere, and that's...
If that works, or some type of meaningful event or call where everybody who really messes with Luffy and the Straw Hats, they come towards him, so they travel in his direction to come beat him there. I think both of them could work.
Yeah, because I what I don't want to have happen, even though I don't agree with a lot of people saying like, oh, the new arc, the time skip, post time skip is just carbon copies of the old arcs or anything. I don't prescribe to that.
I don't agree with that either.
But I don't want us to fall into a format where it's getting predictable and we're doing the same thing again and again. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people said Kaido won't be defeated this arc, and I said, well, that would be Whole Cake 2.0. We can't do that. We have to beat the Emperor in this arc because we already did the run away from the Emperor last arc. You can't, you don't want to do that. So it's that kind of deal with me anyways. So, and he doesn't want to fight Shanks necessarily. So, like, once again, maybe he's going to go after Blackbeard. What is his plan? Do we even know what Luffy's plan is yet? Like, they said, like, oh, we're going to go to the next island, but, like, is that it? We're done with ever since Punk Hazard with Momo and everybody. We're done with the whole, oh, I got to save Fishman Island. Oh, I got to go kick the shit out of Big Mom. I got to do this. I got to save Sanji. Is this the first time in post-time skip that they literally just we can finally go back to our main goal?
That's not a bad point, because while they were able to do some things that helped with their ultimate goal and adventure, a lot of this stuff were kind of detour things, helping the samurai, getting back Sanji. I actually never thought about it that way. It's not a bad point. Yeah. But you have to also remember that Luffy doesn't care in that sense, because the adventure and the journey and the friends that he makes and the friends makes along the way matters to him just as much, I guess, as the end goal and destination. So he still wants to have the adventure and stuff. So I'm sure he's not tripping. But as far as like the main quest, that's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, like
these have been very important side quests.
Yeah, and that's why, like, they've been super important side quests, and I don't mind the detour because it does what it does for us, as you know, is change up the dynamics so the format doesn't get boring.
Yeah, I guess the only kind of other perspective I could see is if you think just beating up the other Yonko still is like part of like the journey of being a pirate king, like being able to physically dominate them, beat them, take down their crews, not just find the One Piece, and that makes you pirate king, then I can understand you still thinking this is part of the main mission. And Kaido was the warlord that they were going to take down from Punk Hazard, so maybe a slight tie-in, but...
Like, there's no reason, but once again, Roger clearly didn't do that. You know what I mean?
Roger didn't care, yeah.
Yeah, Roger, from what we understand, Roger never defeated Big Mom or ever actually really fought against Big Mom.
I think they surrounded her. They surrounded him or something, but he got away, right?
Yeah, he got away. He got the rubbing. He convinced her to give him a rubbing, and then he left. That dude was cunning. He didn't straight up fight her for it, from what we understand, from what Big Mom says. That brat Roger stole that from me with his sweet talk 30 years ago. Blah 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 blah. Like, she's all pissed off about it. Like, so, you know what I mean? Like, it just seems, like as you said, the goal isn't necessarily you have to beat all the strong guys. That's not what this manga is, to become the Pirate King, So, I mean, might be, but I don't know. I just think I'm just looking forward to what arc. We still have no indication what arc is next. So many people are screaming.
That's what I'm saying. People think Elbaf. I'm not convinced. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just not convinced.
No. Like,
who told you that? Like, why do you believe that so wholeheartedly? Because I don't know where you fall on this. I don't know if Big Mom's alive. I really don't. I don't know if Kaido and her are actually dead. I really don't know. I have no idea.
I'm 50-50. I really am. They could be dead, and I would accept it.
So would I actually don't think I like it because I don't think it makes sense. But I'll accept it. Like, I'll move on. Because I don't know. Like, I was trying to have this conversation a little bit last night, but I was really tired. I was really late. But it was just like, I personally don't dislike Kaido. I don't.
People dislike Kaido?
I don't dislike him. I like Kaido. Kaido is probably my second favorite Yonko, honestly. My favorite's always been Blackbeard. Well, Blackbeard became a Yonko later. My point is, like, Blackbeard's my favorite Yonko, right?
Okay.
But I thought there was a lot of small things he did with Kaido that made him a little intriguing to me. But when I think about Kaido in a totality and his impact on One Piece, when I think about Kaido from top to bottom as an antagonist in Wano, he doesn't deliver for me. It's underwhelming. When I look at it from every conceivable point, like if I take very specific things, I'm like, no, this was good. I like this. He had a good moment here. He was strong. Blah blah blah. But when I look at it from a step back, look at the whole picture, I'm like, nah, it's not moving me.
I think that sort of sums up.
I acknowledge Big Mom's strength, but that's about it.
Yeah, like I think what that does is actually sum up how I feel about Wano as a whole. It's like there's some peak moments. And I can say, honestly, now that the arc's over, and probably upon reread, just like Whole Cake, everyone says this, but upon reread, I liked Whole Cake a lot more. Upon reread, without waiting, every week, blah, 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 I'll probably enjoy Wano a little more. But as a whole, Wano is only okay to me. It's not as great as I wish it was, and there are some problems.
I think it's the worst arc in One Piece. I'm not saying it's absolute.
Long Ring Longland exists, just remember.
No, I like that arc. You know me.
The Davy back fight you like more than Wano.
I think that arc is great.
Oh fucking Jesus!
You know, have you never heard of my tirade about Long Island Davy back fight?
No, I don't think so.
I have a couple of reasons. I'll try to keep it brief. I won't go long. Entertainment value. I think that's the other day that's very important. I just want to be entertained. I had fun. I think that's one of the things I have to start with. I had fun. Right. We had the first, I believe, proper introduction from a full body standpoint of Admiral. So Aokiji Kuzan being introduced, that was a big deal. He froze the water, Ice Age, that was a big deal. I thought that was crazy. And I think all of this is interesting with this arc in two ways. Think about the two people that Luffy just beat before fighting Foxy. Two Logias of incredible strength and ability, right? And Naru and Crocodile. And if you want, you can take the Eastwood people or whatever. Foxy's not as strong as them. Would you agree?
Oh, I would agree.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
But Foxy still pushed Luffy and his crew to the limit through the rules and means of the Davy back fight. And I think some people underestimate why. I'm like, for a couple of reasons. A, I like this moment because it shows that just raw strength and being bigger, stronger, faster, whatever, is not the only way to be something in One Piece. The Noro no Mi is actually a pretty tricky ability, all things considered, to slow someone down for 30 seconds. Yeah. Luffy's a kind of he's not naive, but he's a little bit gullible and he'll fall for dumb stuff because he's a cheat, a lie, and a schemer, and they're fighting on his terrain, his environment, with the referee being on his side. They're allowed to get through a lot of BS through the rules of the Davy back fight. What is one of the most important things to Luffy?
I mean, to become the Pirate King, have fun.
And he cares about his
Nakama.
And to do the Davy back fight, what do you have to sacrifice?
The Nakama. All right, fair. All right, you're making some points.
I know a lot of people don't care about Chopper like that, but do you think Luffy doesn't give a fuck if he loses Chopper through the Davy back fight? He would beat himself up for years after that. Yes. I think people underestimated the stakes and tension of that fight, of that moment, and the magnitude. I think in the anime is Robin and Chopper. I think it's just
I'm not sure.
In the manga, but I think people underestimate it. I'm like, bro, if he loses this game, he loses his crewmate. That means a lot to him. That's not a small thing. I don't think the stakes has to be, oh no, if we lose, the island blows up and we die, and then the One Piece world is ruined. It could be something very personal to the character. And I just think people never looked at it that way. That's all.
Listen. You know what? You are making some good points. I disliked it for a different reason. I liked the stakes, as you said, because it was more personal, and that's what One Piece is. But the thing is that I didn't like when it came to that was also the flip side of that, which is the fact that why the hell, like, I didn't like that they agreed to this. Like, there was no real... Maybe I'm misremembering, but why in the hell did they ever agree to a Davy Back fight where those were the rules?
Oh, Luffy's a dumbass, that's why.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, that makes sense. But see, maybe that's... See, at the time, I was just still starting to like Luffy, ever since Long Park, and I could take him actually somewhat seriously. And Alabasta proved that a little bit too, but I was still sort of hit and miss with Luffy at the time. So it was part of that. It was probably him doing such a dumbass thing. And as you said, it was more tactical. It wasn't, okay, Zoro's so strong, he can cut all these guys down, no problem. That's not going to win the day. It's frustrating to see that at times, right? Because you're handicapping or nerfing our characters or what you want to do. So I think that was a little frustrating. And the fact that they agreed to this at all. It's like, why would you bet that? That's like me gambling my house on a basketball game, and I haven't played basketball since I was 5. Why the fuck would I agree to that? There was no reason for me to gamble my house on a basketball game. There was no reason, you know? So I think that's what the premise of the arc isn't bad in the fact of a Davy Back fight. I think I would have liked it more had they found a better way to do it. I know earlier One Piece was a little more goofy and Luffy just antics and blah, 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 but I think that was the part that took me out of the moment. And I was just like, please, we know we're not going to lose any Straw Hats, but please, like, can we get over the, something like that. I don't know. That was just for me. But
also after Luffy, and it's the start of my favorite saga in fiction. So,
I mean,
the seedlings for Robin.
Yes, and that was like I always say when people ask me to pick my favorite arcs, I'm always like, do you really like? I don't want to count Water 7 and Enies Lobby separate. They feel like part 1 and part 2 to me. They don't feel like separate arcs.
Yeah,
so,
but when you force me, I have to say Enies Lobby. But I really like saying the Water 7 saga in totality. That's my favorite stretch. Of One Piece.
And I would say that too. It's just that
most Enies Lobbies with the Shanks and Whitebeard clash.
True, but see the Water 7, I would be able to pick Enies Lobby easily, except for once again. This is another moment where Luffy had to actually act like a fucking adult, and it was heavy, and I think it was, as that's what he said, heavy. And Zoro says, that's what being a pirate captain is. Yep. He's got no... This is why, once again, I mean, this is not from a Zoro versus Sanji standpoint, but this is, once again, another indication that it's, no matter what people want to say, it's Usopp, it's Nami, it's Sanji, it's Zoro, it is Zoro. It will always be Zoro as the first mate because it's times like these where Zoro is the one. Nobody else is going to listen, but Zoro's going to be the one. This is how... Fuck your feelings. We're a pirate crew. There are rules. And you need to follow these rules, You do whatever you want within the rules. The rules are quite broad, but there still is, So, without that, and of course, the Usopp and Luffy fight as a result of all that and stuff, but just Luffy was going to be totally lacking backbone had Zoro not been there,
I agree. That's one of Zoro's best moments, in my opinion. It's not even that nothing happened at all. I think him holding him accountable, like, bro, if you let him just walk back after that, I'll quit.
Yeah, he'll leave.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. And it wasn't because, and remember, Sanji...
He cared. He wanted Usopp to be there.
Yes.
He really was hoping Usopp would apologize so he can come back, It's not like he did this in a heartless way. But he's like, bro, we're not playing a game here.
Yep. He said, are we just playing fun, like jokes and stuff like that? Like, look at Shanks' crew. They love to party and have jokes all the time, but they can be serious, and there's a time to be serious and a time not to be, And
I love how Beckerman was like, oh, no, he's right, bro.
Yeah.
We babysit you.
yeah. We totally. You are a handful. Fuck, man. Fuck you. But yeah, no. Like that is one of the things that I don't think people respect about Zoro. Like here, it's actually a good moment for Sanji as well, if you recall, in a small way, because remember Chopper and Nami and Sanji, they're all arguing with Zoro, and then Zoro makes his case and Sanji actually goes, "Oh yeah, shit. You know what? Broccoli head over there is making a fucking point." He doesn't say it, but Nami and Chopper are shut down, but they're still like, "Nah, we don't like this. We don't agree." Sanji instantly, after going, "Wait, Zoro, what the fuck are you talking about?" "Oh, actually, no. You know what? He's fucking right." So that's actually a good moment for Sanji as well, because Sanji's more mature and more, this is a serious business thing, you know. And when Zoro brings that up, Sanji's like, "Yeah, you know what? Luffy, you're wrong. Like, Usopp can't just walk away. We're friends, but we're also a pirate crew. There are, you know." So, I definitely do enjoy that. Just going to catch up with the chat really quick, because Caden's been saying a few things, and I don't like to miss it. Do you think Rayleigh can still beat Luffy? Probably, maybe. I think that's a hard fight, high diff, you know, with all his gear fifth shit and stuff, but I still think Rayleigh's hockey's probably better. Caden said it's mostly...
I agree with that. I think Rayleigh's hockey is still a little better.
Yeah, I would think. Caden said it's most likely a replica of Mihawk's sword. Oh, like the bamboos. Yeah, the baboon's head, yeah. Caden said Boa's most likely going to join the Straw Hat Grand Fleet, because I don't see her joining any other exertion. Yeah, like... She's probably not going to join. I know a lot of people wanted her to join Cross Guild, but there's like nothing there for her to join Cross Guild. You know,
this is better.
Yeah. Caden said, like I've been saying, I don't understand why he wanted that fruit to begin with. Does nobody in Blackbeard's crew have that fruit? Would be, yeah, it wouldn't. As Naya has been pointing out, that it would do absolutely nothing for the Blackbeard crew. It would do nothing.
I want to say Van Arger is the only one that looks kind of normal. Let me check.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, he's the only one that doesn't, like, you look at him and you're like, my eyes don't hurt.
That's one way to put it. Let's see. Kane said Boa is considered to be the most attractive female on the planet, so that means 95% of males and females are going to be attracted to her. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, the fruit works best in both. It's certain people. Devil fruits are better for certain people. That's just a fact, you know. Yeah. We got fire from Abazilla versus King Kong. Godzilla wins, but whatever. I don't know what Abzilla is. I unfortunately I only have a 2-pack right now. I'm still working on the other 4. So, Caden said Boa also shows some respect to Jinbei, not to the same extent that she shows to Luffy and Rayleigh, though. Yeah, she does. She does do that. Wasn't that due to the old Fisher Tiger and all that? Because wasn't Fisher Tiger the one that saved them?
Yeah, he's the one that actually saved
all the slaves.
Stuff. And
yeah.
I have to remember he put the sun pirate sun over the hoof of the
right.
Dragon.
Right. So I think that has something to do with it too there. So, let's see. Kane said, I bet once Katakuri find out that Luffy defeated Kaido, he'll be really confused because the fight between him and Luffy only took place like a month or two prior to. Yeah. I mean, once again, the power scaling is a little. Power creep is an interesting thing, and sometimes it doesn't work, you know, and it's hard with long-running mangas, so, you know, I don't know. At this point, he awakened to some crazy version, and I know it's a cheap way to bring it up, but Rayleigh did say, like, listen, we can do all the training you want, but 5 years here is in no way the same as 1 year out there. He said, hockey blooms in the face of death and combat. It's basically saying they have Zenkai boosts. Okay, we have
also,
Super Zenkai.
The best experience is always experience.
Exactly.
You practice the basketball move for hours, for months, but until you pull that off in a game, when the crowd are watching and stuff, you don't know if you can do it. That's the best way to practice.
That's right.
Do that in a game.
Yep, exactly. It's sort of like getting a ×5 experience boost. You know, like okay. So. Yeah, so, I mean, once again, some people don't like that Luffy managed to take down Kaido, but once again, I think Oda did it the best way he possibly could in the sense that Kaido fought a fuck ton of people. It wasn't just Luffy 1v1ing him.
It wasn't perfect, in my opinion.
No, not at all.
It was serviceable for the most part. I think my biggest issue is I still don't have an explanation. Maybe we'll get it. I don't have an explanation for why the fruit activated when it did. Was it because the country was going to open and Momo could hear it and Zunisha was on the way. Like, what are the conditions for that?
Some people said it's because Luffy actually died. It was like Brook.
Some people said that, but like, does that make sense? Because wouldn't the fruit just leave and go into the reincarnation cycle?
Yeah, see, I'm not buying that. Yeah, because by that logic, there should have been if it was death, there should have been another. There should have already been a Joy Boy. Every time the fruit gets reincarnated and eaten, right? Then once that person dies,
conquerors, like what are the prerequisites?
Yeah, there's too many.
It almost seems like it's a skill tree. To get this ability of gear fit, first you gotta like gear 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Then you must have good armament, good. How does it work?
It's almost like you gotta sort of like in a game. Oh, you can revive upon death once, but you have to reach level 50 before you die. It's like okay.
You have at least more than 1 HP.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah. Caden said, I kind of find it funny that technically Big Mom and Kaido all kind of side quests that Luffy accidentally stumbled across. Yeah, but once again, that makes it sort of fun. It makes the world feel alive. You get sidetracked all the time in life. You don't just go to work. Some people do, and that's why they get bored. But not every single, you don't do the same thing day in and day out. Routine is good for some respects, like working out, eating, sleeping, going to work. But on your days off, do you really do the same thing every day? Don't you play a new video game, read a new chapter of manga, watch something different? There's always, even if you're technically doing something the same, there's always something different added to it. So, and Kane said, because if Sanji didn't go to the Whole Cake Island, Luffy wouldn't have gone there. That's true. At the time, and he didn't want to meet the scabbards at Punkheads, he wouldn't have been able to go into Wano at the time. Yeah, once again, it's all about circumstance, and that makes the world, in my opinion, world building is one of the things One Piece does really well, is it makes it feel alive and breathable and 3D. It makes it feel like things are happening outside of our main cast. Just because we don't know about it doesn't mean that the world's not still spinning, Caden said, I think that the situation between Sanji and Usopp are different. Oh, yeah. Naya and I have talked about this before on I think, wasn't this one of yours when we were doing the Driz video or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked
about this a couple of times.
Yeah.
I get it on the surface, but I think when you dive into the meat and potatoes, the situations are different.
Oh, yeah. I agree. From a surface level, I think they're very similar. When you go into the details, as Naya said, I think you can notice a lot of differences. It just depends on how deep you want to look into it, as I said. Caden said, I think Zoro wouldn't do the same thing to Sanji's situation he did with Usopp because he would know the difference between the two situations like Luffy did. Once again, Zoro doesn't have all the details of that, and no one has told him what happened, and I don't think anybody's going to bring that up ever. If Zoro knew, would he react the same, I think is the big question. That's the only reason people care to compare the Usopp-Sanji situation, is how does Zoro handle it, right? That's the only reason people even bother comparing it. And I think, given the context before knowing, I think Zoro would have said, fuck this guy. I think he would have said sort of a compromise. He would have said, fuck this guy, I'm going to beat his ass down and make him apologize, rather than do the whole you're kicked out of the crew thing. Because also, you got to remember, Zoro also thinks that people should fight their own battles and stuff like that. So Luffy was the one to keep going up and said, stay out of it, to Nami. If Zoro was there, he would have said the same thing. Stay out of it, blah, blah, blah. Zoro probably would have stood there and listened to his captain. If his captain wants to get his ass kicked and not fight back, that's his choice. It's not his job to fight his battle, So, even that alone, there's a difference between the Usopp thing and the, Consider, I believe if Luffy and Kaido were to fight again 1v1, Kaido would win. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Do you, Naya? Do you think that's...
No.
You think Luffy would win 1v1 right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Caden said with them being both at 100% when the fight takes place. Once again, I don't know. I think that right now, if they were to rematch right now, Kaido knowing everything that Luffy's no pushover to take him seriously from the get-go. I still think it's a high diff fight either way, but I'm not going to guarantee.
No, it's not a wash.
Right.
But especially knowing that he's already beaten him and Luffy's not going to, I do think there was points where, I guess a Yoko, Luffy knew, it wasn't ready, blah, blah, and he had, doubts, some doubts there and there.
Yep.
I don't think he has a single one anymore. And plus, now that he knows that... Because I really think that he had all the tools to beat Kaido once he could quote himself in Conquerors. It's just a matter of, can he actually do it? Because Kaido's still a very experienced and battle-hardened warrior. Because I do think this might sound crazy, and maybe you don't agree with me. You don't have to. I don't like if I look at like Luffy and Kaido, quote unquote, physically, athletically. I don't think Luffy is inferior really. Luffy is really fucking strong. I don't think people realize how powerful this rubber kid is.
I think I put Luffy
post time skip.
Yeah, before we got the rooftop gang, I think I put Luffy in my top 10, in my top 30 video. I think so. We might have just started the rooftop gang, and when I made my top 30, I said that Luffy was like number 8 overall. I think I put Kaido higher, but people, yeah, like I don't understand people when they, once again, not a crazy power scale. I know you aren't either, even though we do it. But
we just do the thing where it's like, obviously it matters. This is a battle shonen where fights might be right, so we're gonna talk about it, but we don't have to over obsess. That's all.
Exactly, and we don't try to apply real world physics. That's the worst part. But yeah, no, I can't. I don't understand when people put, like, for me right now, like when people put Luffy in like 21st during Wano, and I was like, there are not 20 people stronger than Luffy right now. Like, I don't care who you put as the 20 strongest, dead or alive. I really don't think there's 20 people stronger than Luffy right now. It's the same when people were putting, like if you put Sanji or Zoro too high. When people were putting Sanji and Zoro in like, especially Sanji for me anyway, in like 14th or 13th, I was just like, listen, you want to put Sanji in your top 30? Fine, I can see him in the low ball of that. But there are too many people that Sanji's clearly, like, I'm not saying it's a definite the other character's going to win, but too many high diff fights for you to declare, oh yeah, he beats Katakuri. Like, I see people putting Sanji above Katakuri and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. That's a little much for me.
You can only do that now that Wano's ended. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put Luffy strongest, like, commanders, I guess, is top 3. Trio's full.
Yeah.
Trio's full.
Yeah.
Jinbei's part of the trio now, but I don't think they're. It's not to say they're gonna wash those type of characters, but they're on the same like playing field.
Yeah, like even though I'm a big Jinbei fan, I think that the only two who I could confidently say would beat Katakuri would be Luffy and Zoro. I don't really see Jinbei or Sanji. I think Katakuri probably high diffs them. Katakuri's really strong. The only reason Luffy beat him was because he sort of nerfed himself.
The reason that I can give it to Sanji now is because Sanji now has the exoskeleton.
True.
And the thing it feels so disingenuous to say this, but one of the biggest takeaways that I have to take from the Katakuri and Luffy fight is that nigga lacks like knockout KO power. He could not put Luffy down. He could not put him down, bro.
That's true.
And I'm not trying to say he's weak and doesn't have strong attacks, but no matter what he did, Luffy got up, bro. I admit, blunt force trauma is the worst way to try to beat Luffy, hockey or no hockey. I understand, but it's just like 11 hours of fighting and you kind of knocked him out once. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no,
it looks bad.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
So I'm like, with Sanji having that exoskeleton now and I don't know, bro. Can you put him down?
Like, look, what I want to see when like people are counting Queen, and for me personally, I don't find Queen impressive from a power scaling perspective whatsoever.
I like Queen, but I don't think he's
right.
But
I like Queen as a character. I really do.
Yeah, I would say this though. I like the fact that Queen was like he got to like the level that he got through science and modification, not through traditional like hockey and blah blah blah. I actually I want to see more characters who are really strong using means outside of the traditional devil fruit hockey, whatever the case. Right.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And that's why I think, like, personally, like, Kaido's crew is always been about quantity over quality. And in all honesty, other than Kaido and King, and I mean Yamato, you want to count her, like, Jack is a fucking joke. And he's supposedly third strongest on the crew.
I still think King's a joke, bro.
King's a bit of a joke, but still more respectable than anybody else on Kaido's crew. How's that?
That's a good point.
So, like, that's why I say a very heavily weakened Zoro, after fighting against the Yonko or part of the rooftop gang and stuff, beating up on it, to be fair, weakened King as well, because Marco was fighting him too. is still to me more impressive. Zoro beating King is more impressive to me than Sanji beating Queen, because I just don't hold Queen in a high regard.
That's fair.
You know, like, it's not trying to, like, and this is what I tried to explain to a lot of Sanji fanboys when those fights were going on. I'm like, I'm not trying to, guys, even though I don't like Sanji in this arc and I disagree with a lot of things Sanji has done in this arc, from a character perspective, I'm not trying to downplay Sanji here. I'm saying that because I don't find Queen impressive, if Zoro beats the shit out of Jack, I'm not going to go, oh my god, Zoro now top 5 because he beat Jack. It's like, Jack's a pissant.
Respect him.
Yeah, right. So I'm not going to put any laws. It doesn't matter. It matters who they beat and how you view the person they beat, you know? So, like, I think that actually has some merit to it. You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't think, like, for example, I don't think Aramaki's very strong. I really fucking don't. He's got a really OP Logi, the forest fruit or whatever, the Paramecia.
I think we'll get to see what is really made of later on, but I do think it was still a bit of a weird decision. Actually, I think I understand why Aramaki came at this point, but
yeah, he's literally an Akainu fanboy.
But he's an idiot.
Oh, he's a dumbass.
My problem with him is he did a Jack. I'm like, why would you pull up Tawano like this? Kid.
Yeah.
Luffy. Law. Zoro. Yamato. I know he didn't know about Yamato at the time. Whatever. Right?
But Yamato didn't fight back either, so.
But, like, you were not taking out that island by yourself, bro. Like, why would you pull up? It was very foolish. But I think part of it was the flex Shanks.
Yeah.
To let the world government, for some reason, know that Kaido had a kid.
I guess.
I still think this line is so jarring because she randomly says, I'm Yamato, Kaido's son, when she always refers to herself as Odin.
Yep.
I'm like, was that just so the world government will now know that Kaido had a kid? Like, I didn't think that was a good execution there, but, you know, so be it. It is what it is.
I liked it way more when the triplets were Kaido and Big Mom's kids, honestly. I really preferred that. It would... Okay, got you. It made sense why Katakuri was so fucking... At the time, remember, we didn't have all the bounties we have now. At the time, why Katakuri was so fucking revered and so the billion berry bounty man, you know? It would make sense that Kaido and Big Mom would make a fucking badass. You know, to me. So it just made sense. Like, who the fuck is their dad?
Every race, and he's an Oni, right? So
yeah. So like it like, I preferred that. Like, I like Yamato. She's okay. I wish she would drop the Odin shit.
I kind of don't, but I'm indifferent.
Yeah. Like, I like her in some respects. In other respects, I see why she's not in my top characters. That's for fucking sure. You know.
My favorite Wano character is Shinobu.
Is who?
Shinobu.
Oh, she got hot at the end.
She got drained by Aramaki, came back. She's
the one.
Again.
Sorry, Aramaki did 3 things. Aramaki did 3 things. My bad. Aramaki told the truth about Kaido. Fucking, and then he of course helped, you know, plant some life into that old desert. Perfect. Bringing Wano back to a nice forest. Very good. You know, very environmental of him. And then turned Shinobu hot again. So there you go. Aramaki's good for a few things, other than he's a racist, slavery-loving prick. But other than that,
he's absolutely the least impressive admiral I've seen from a first showing.
Yeah. I mean, I think
I kind of like the idea that he'll get to showcase what he could really do later on, and he kind of looks bad now because I think later on people are gonna walk back a lot of statements about him.
True. That's fair, but I remember when people were hyping up this Admiral Agenda shit, and I was like, what the fuck? And then we had Fireproof Forest. That broke me into a fit of laughter, man. I haven't laughed like that in so fucking long. I'm like, Fireproof Forest, and people were like, what? Why is that funny? Why is that so funny? I said, you know why it's funny? Because I can't wait for Saba to show up with Waterproof Fire Fist. You know, that makes no fucking sense.
Waterproof firewall.
Yeah, NL comes back with rubber-proof lightning or whatever the fuck.
A water user is electricity-proof.
Yeah,
water shield.
It's just so to me that was so fucking stupid. And people were like, "Oh, well, there is fireproof wood and stuff." I said, "Yes, I'm an electrician. I use it. It doesn't mean the shit don't burn. It just means it takes a while."
Well, it's very difficult. You have to know what you're doing. But yeah.
Yeah. So I found that a joke, and the worst part to me was, well, actually, I get why they did it at first, but so many people, were, other than a couple people I talked to, so many people were like, Aramaki, so fucking strong, king and queen trash. Look at him taking them down. And I'm like, did no one understand that they have sea stone handcuffs on, are injured, and in Udon prison, right?
I mean, there's that, but I honestly don't think that an admiral would. I know other people had this opinion because of the Ben Beckman thing. I don't think admirals are really struggling with the average commanders like that. I hold like a Ben Beckman and like Marco to a higher and Rayleigh to a higher standard.
Yes.
But like, if Aramaki had to go fight Katakura, Katakura, he's going to jail.
You think, but is it going to be as low diff as we saw with King and Queen?
I think you'll have to put effort into it. I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah,
like
I don't think an admiral.
Oh, this will take me 3 minutes. I think it was going to take him like
an hour. I don't think any admiral. Well, maybe some, but I don't think any admiral rolls up on Katakuri with ease.
I think Kizaru because he's way faster.
Kizaru, yeah, that's a good point. And as you said, I hold 3 first mates higher than anybody else, and Ben Beckman is special. We've already been told this via records and in manga. We've been told this, that Ben Beckman is on a scale, he built different. We've been told this. And Marco of course built a little different. And Rayleigh, I mean, obvious, he's scaring fucking Yonkos, so like the man built different. And I'm pretty sure, I said this in stream, but I'm pretty sure if you can remember, I know we hear Emperor and Empress and Duke Lord and every other thing, but is Rayleigh the only other one with King in his title?
I guess other than Pirate King, I think you're right, actually.
Yeah, like there was the Pirate King Gold D. Roger, and then there's the Dark King Rayleigh. There are no other. No, I mean, there's the King of Alabasta, King of this, but in actual, as their epithet, I don't think anybody calls him, like even Blackbeard doesn't call himself king. He calls himself a Commodore.
Yeah, they have like, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's the only king still alive, and it was an old translation, probably back in the manga stream days, but I remember Blackbeard referred to, and I always loved this line. He's the king without the crown of these seas, and I was like, that's kind of cool title. Like Whitebeard's like the king without the crown. I'm like, all right,
kind of like Kuroko no Basket, the crownless kings.
Yeah, the crownless king, exactly. No, see, I kind of like that because technically it was, and everyone admitted, even Blackbeard, like Whitebeard was the end of an era. It was his era. Since Roger's death up until Whitebeard's death, that was Whitebeard's era. It was his seas. So he was the crownless king of the seas for that period. Now he's dead and everything went to shit, but yeah, so I always like that too. But anyways, yeah, so I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Aramaki. I just don't get why people liked him. I'm like, how do you like this guy? Like, he's an arrogant, overconfident son of a bitch, which, I mean, to be an admiral, I suppose, but then you have Fujitora, who's like humble and...
I only have one complaint on Aramaki. That was stupid as hell. Why did you come here? That's my only complaint. Him being all those other things not bothering me. I want him to have different personalities and stuff like that. I'm cool with him being a kind of a Sakazuki fanboy. That's all fine. He's not. We all know Borsalino's my favorite. Never hasn't been. That's my Fair. Admiral. That's my goal.
I got Garp.
No, the Garp is right after.
Oh, fair.
Garp is right after. But yeah, I just think that every admiral, when I first saw them, they left with a good impression in my mind with Aramaki, and like, I know that he's not garbage because I know when he gets his chance he's gonna show out. But I'm like, you're not looking too good right now. But I actually prefer that. I think a lot of people, when they see him in action, they're gonna try to walk back some previous statements. I can see it already, bro. Like, this community is so funny.
Oh, yeah.
But the crocodile revisionist history is disgusting.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you see, me. I've never said bad things about Crocodile. I love my guy Crocodile, but people been shitting on Crocodile.
Yeah. For now, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I actually think he's the best. Okay. Where else do you guys come from?
Yeah. Where they at? Or people not thinking Shanks was top tier or some shit. Like, where are these people? Like, where's the people that said that Rayleigh's down and out, Rayleigh trash? Where are those people?
They say these dumb things, and then when they're absolutely wrong, they never ever come out and admit I said some dumbass ish. Never.
Oh yeah, like tomorrow, like if I say right now, okay, this character's gonna beat this character no contest, and he gets the shit kicked out of him, I'm gonna go on and say I'm mad, but I was wrong. I might be mad about being wrong, but I know I was wrong, and I'm gonna say I was wrong. You know. So
when Hawkins got clapped up, I took that like a man. I said, "Go ahead, you got to."
I loved it because I hated that fucking cheating straw bitch. I hated him so much. I was so happy to see him die. I was so happy, man.
I can't believe Oda wasted him like that, bro.
Oh, it you know, once again, I'm trying better, and I think
Apu lived. I'm fucking sick.
Oh, Apu lived. Yeah, that was weird. But I'm telling you right now, like I was talking to I think you and Pat and maybe Miles at the time, and I told about this once before that now I'm getting better at it, but I find like the community's reactions to shit and the overall opinion of stuff does affect me, not in changing my opinion, but the way I feel about things. You know what I mean? And I think I've been getting a lot better. Like, for example, when Zoro had to try against Hawkins' strongest move, and people were like, Hawkins over Zoro, I'm like, did you guys not see that Zoro won that? Like, he killed him 3 times before that, and if it weren't for his bullshit I have 99 lives Super Mario level, then Hawkins was dead? Like, nobody's... So... the community all calling Zoro an L and Hawkins a W just infuriated me for the weeks after that initial Wano chapter. And I was just like, fuck this Hawkins guy, man. People wanking him off. And that, see, the wanking of characters that I'm like, that get overhyped does affect me in a way. You know what I mean?
It's annoying because it affects me in the sense that people will attribute what those dumbasses say about Hawkins like I said that. Because I've never said anything. I don't say stuff like that. Because I think part of the ability of the Wada no Mi is that you're pathetically fragile.
Okay, cool.
That's why you have the multiple lives. Because you're straw. Straw is not hard to cut and burn through. And from a One Piece perspective, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think it makes you brittle. I think he's actually frail as hell, all things considered. And I just like that he moved differently. I'm always gonna take an interest in people in his universe who kind of come like he avoids smoke.
Yeah.
And like kind of like Blackbeard in the sense where if the probability is not high, he's not really gonna engage.
But I also like the fact that he regretted it too.
He showed off some intelligence to me when he was able to discern law through his disguise just based off his tattoos pretty quickly. I'm like, okay, he's doing some things here. And I've always told you, I like the idea that he can have somebody on your crew as one of his life minus dolls. Like Luffy will hit him, and then Nami will go flying. And he's like, "What the hell?" Like, so that scenario with Killer and Kid and stuff. I'm like, okay, I like this. Finally, we kind of get that scenario. But I'm like, there's no way you're so stupid that you didn't remember that Kid didn't have a left hand, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I just thought that Oda just pooped on him at some point. I'm kind of mad that not that he lost or died or whatever. I just don't think he got a proper showcase, in my opinion.
Well, to be fair, in Wano, a lot of characters didn't get their right showcase.
But I'm at the point now where I don't like Hawkins. I've been saying this for quite some time now. At this point, my favorite supernova was Law. I really like Law. Law's stock really went up a lot for me this arc. I like Law a lot.
Outside of the Straw Hats, I think my favorite is Killer. I like Killer, man. The reason I like Killer is because one of the things that I think Wano did well, Chopper didn't cure the smiles like everyone said he was going to. It's like, and I had no indication that Chopper was going to be able to do that. The smiles had been developed in a combination from Judge, Caesar, and fucking Vega, like all these crazy dudes working for years to replicate Devil Fruit powers. You think that Chopper... him reversing some of Queen's shit, sure, working by himself, creating a few viruses yesterday, sure, fine dandy, but he's not going to be able to reverse this shit. It took...
This to me doesn't necessarily fall under the medical realm, more scientific, not that science and medicine don't intersect, but it's more like, it's hard to explain, like the ailment that they're afflicted with isn't like a cold or a virus or a disease. It's more like a magical, a scientific. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But
where it's zones where we are confirmed once again they have souls in them.
Yeah.
So this is, as you said, we're stepping between the barrier between magic and science, and that's way out of Chopper's element. So one of the things I did like about Killer in this arc is that Killer's this badass who hides his face, who hated his laugh, as Kid said, and we don't expand on that, and once again, there's another missed moment, but the fact that Kid is so pissed off at Kaido and stuff because Killer ate the smile fruit and now is forced to laugh, and he always hated his laugh as a kid. Why? He hated his face, he hated his mask, that's why he wears it, you know, because he wants to be this person that he doesn't look like, that he, you know, all that stuff. And I think that Killer is much more intriguing as a result of that. And now we're gone away, and Killer's not cured. Killer has to live with the fact that he's going to be all the time on his crew in this high-pitched voice when he looks like a badass, and sort of like the Pika thing, except a little more sad in my opinion. Like, it's sort of like he's got the squeaky voice and people like are gonna like you know, and that's sad, you know. Like, so it's like, okay, Killer's all right, you know, like sort of idea. I'm like, and you know, and like just from a bad, because everyone says Law, like I love Law too. To be fair, I do love Law, but I ain't picking Kid or any of the other guys. And like Zoro and Luffy obviously don't count. I'd probably pick Zoro. So yeah, I'd probably go with Killer if just to be a little different.
I still like Law more than I like Luffy and Zoro.
Oh, you like Law better? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can see it. A lot of people like Law. I mean, he was a favorite.
Law is a character that I've never disliked, but I think he just grew on me over the years because he's always there.
Yeah,
but
he's been there since Punk has.
I really thought he was going crazy against Big Mom. I don't care. Puncture Willie, Shock Willie, Anesthesia, Kroom, K-Room, R-Room, the Curtain. He used the Roshinate silence. Nah, bro, he was moving me. I was moved tremendously.
Oh yeah. No, we all know it was Law had the W with the Kid assist. We all know it. Exactly. You know?
That was Law in that scenario. Law was Jordan, and Kid was Scotty. Okay.
Yeah. It was.
All I know.
Yep. No, I agree. It was some good shit. But yeah, before we end now, was there anything else you wanted to say about the chapter that you didn't already?
One more thing. I want your opinion on this too.
Shoot.
I think the outcome with the least amount of assumptions is that somehow the Seraphims have like Warlord and Lunarian DNA mixed with some like machinery and like pacifista lasers, blah blah blah, all those kind of things. Like so Vegapunk could be like a monster machine, right?
Sure.
I don't like the idea that we get to see kind of a proper showcase of what I guess Lunarians can do through the SSG, and not have King be the one to set that standard. I don't like that. Cause like when I think of Lunarian, I just kind of like they got like whatever hair, dark, like brown skin, and like the little fire thing. But like, I don't think King really showcased how special Lunarians really are. And I would have preferred him to be the one to kind of do that, because I think we could use Kuma as an example. We saw what Kuma was capable of
long
as
before,
him before we really saw the pacifistas that were shooting the lasers. We knew that he had the Urus shock, he could repel himself, all those things. Like that was crazy. So like, yo, Kuma is sick. And then you see a pacifista, but you know it's not as like impressive as the cyborg Kuma, but it's still like a dangerous thing. I would have liked to see something similar with King. I don't want to see the Lunarians, you know, actual prominence and prowess through them. I would have liked King to be the one to kind of start that off, but it is what it is. What do you think, though?
Actually, I got nothing but 100% agreement with that. I thought that this sort of, to me, sort of came out of nowhere. Not that Vegapunk wouldn't develop more pacifistas and stuff like that, you know, and of course using this stuff. So I'm not unhappy with the end result of them, but I do agree that now anything we were going to get from Lunarians, like when I first saw it, I was thinking, oh, wait a minute, are these Lunarian clones of King or something? Because I saw the long hair and I thought, oh, that's a King child, you know what I mean?
We saw him in that like lab captured at some point.
Right, so I was like, oh, did he clone him? or something like that to make Lunarians because they're so badass. And I thought initially we were going to see that. So even that would have been better because we'd still be seeing Lunarians. No added bullshit, you know? But now you're going to attribute, oh, well, this Lunarian is so strong because it's Mihawk. And this Lunarian is so strong because it's Pacifista. So I agree 100% that I didn't think about it, but now that you brought it up, I'm like, yeah. Because once again, another example of Wano not showcasing enough. Not that I'm unhappy that Zoro was on the roof, but the afterthought was, oh yeah, Zoro got to kill King. Forgot about that. You know what I mean? Like that it felt like an afterthought. Yeah.
Because Queen's like, why can't you go and fire? And Kai's like, I'm a passionate man. He's like, you stupid dumbass. I'm a scientist. That is not. I'm not. Are you Lunarian?
Yeah.
You learn about like, you know, like, and after Big Mom like, oh, I need you on my crew. Like, it's like. And I'm like, you didn't? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think he got to showcase what's taking.
Yeah, there was so much hype around King, and I still like the idea more, and I wish this was the case because he was so dressed up to be from Impel Down. I like the idea he was Magellan's partner before, and the fact that he wasn't, sort of like, because Magellan had the wings, the same coat, the whole bit. It was like, could this dude have been like the original partner of Magellan back in the day? Like they were the twin jailers or something like that. I don't know. It just because Magellan is OP. Like people, for some reason, still sleep on Magellan and they forget that he had Blackbeard's whole crew dead to rights. People tend to forget that, but
he said game over.
Yeah, he said game over, and he wasn't wrong. Like so yeah, no.
OD, man. He's really strong. Cause again, sorry, just have to cut you off. Just like. Again, I think people really underestimate how strong Luffy is because Luffy hit him once and he dropped to his stomach.
Yep.
What the hell? He beat Crocodile through bedrock. Like Luffy lifted up that golden belt and launched it at Eneru's too fast for him to react and defend against it. Like,
yep.
I do think people like even on one of my favorite moments in One Piece when he's carrying Nami and Sanji up the mountain of Island.
What a great moment.
That boy's physical, like his stats and physicality is maxed out. He is so strong. He punched Doflamingo to the ground, and the whole damn island like caved in and created like a Mario endless pitfall into the darkness.
Yep. No, I like it. The one thing that I have not a problem with, but I've noticed is that before it seemed like now, like the difference between Zoro and Luffy is that Zoro used to be the pure physical guy, and he was always handicapped. Like back in pre-time skip, he was always handicapped, so he didn't beat.
He was always losing a lot of blood.
Yeah. He was always covered in blood, but he was always lifting the crazy weights. He was shown that he's physically like he's top dog.
I think it was always debatable, honestly.
Oh, it was always debatable, but they were.
But it was Zoro's thing to be like a physical power.
Right, and they were, and I would argue that they were even for a good chunk of the story. Now, no, but before they were pretty even. And then all of a sudden it's sort of, which I'm not unhappy with necessarily, but I notice we don't see Zoro training as much anymore. We only see him using the swords. So now Luffy's become the blunt force, physical more than Zoro, and Zoro has been clean with cutting. He's not interested in, not that he probably still doesn't lift the crazy weights and do all this stuff, but we don't see it anymore. All we see him doing is cutting shit down. Badass, but he's more... They've sort of changed the dynamic. Luffy is totally inventive and blunt force attacking, and Zoro's more clean and swift cutting than he's not like full power up, like I'm gonna like swing this shit so hard. It's I'm gonna swing this shit so clean, So I feel like that's changed a bit, but is what it is.
Well, it's a good point because he even had a moment like that against Das Bones where like ferocity and more strength wasn't helping you. You had to really understand the blade, the breath of steel, and things of that nature. Yeah, you're right.
And it was nice to see that because Zoro was physically able to wield blades like nobody else, but he was also a swordsman. He was still learning how to be a swordsman. His body was physically peak, each time he was leveling up, but his sword skills is what he needed to improve in the big fights, like with Mr. One. It wasn't that he was physically incapable of doing it. He needed to work on the swordsmanship way of doing it. And now it's sort of turned in the fact that, no, he's all good. He's good on both sides. We just got to see him do it, Seems now it's not about his physicality, that's peaked. It's not about his sword skills, that's peaked. It's about his hockey. He's got to learn, now that he's got Conquerors, now he got to learn how to use the Conquerors consciously, blah, blah, blah. Enma drawing it out of him, all that shit, so.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I guess the only thing I'd say is I would have liked to see a bit more action in the chapter. I would like to see Boa Hancock do a little bit more.
Yeah, skipping that was annoying. I would have liked to see the actual fight.
And also, I don't want her to be an ability merchant. You're one of the islands that we saw the Kuja Pirates having really great hockey from pre-time skip, and you have all three. Can I see some of that, please?
Yeah, no shit. Like what I didn't understand, once maybe this would have been too big a reveal, but why didn't Boa go crack, crack, crack with her Conqueror's hockey, being like, let me the fuck down, Blackbeard, you know? Like,
right.
not that Blackbeard would pass out or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, why didn't she devil up when she was saying fuck you to his face when he had the hand around his throat? Why wasn't her Conqueror's hockey crackling? You know, because Yami Yami no Mi be damned. That ain't affecting right. Conquerors.
That's what I'm saying. Like, use your hockey. Like, I don't know. I was hoping to get that. I was gonna ask you, do you think that like if Kaido, like, let's say Big Mom is fighting Boa and Boa is like Mero, or let's say it's Kaido, and they're quoting themselves in Conqueror's hockey. You know how Law couldn't displace them? Do you think they wouldn't be able to turn them into stone? Or do you think they would turn to stone still?
I don't think they would, because
unless she can also quote the Mero in Conqueror.
In enough Conquerors to counterbalance it. Right,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know.
Yeah, because we've seen that with Luffy and Kaido and stuff. You need the Conqueror's hockey. That's why people couldn't cut Kaido, remember? Is that you needed a sufficient amount of hockey to be able to do it. And Zoro...
Either the internal destruction or like the Conquerors.
The Conquerors, I think. Like,
the internal destruction, like, there was very few times where I think Luffy probably channeled enough of it and channeled it right where Kaido was forced to dodge it.
Yeah.
Even the first Red Rock rocked him, right?
Right, yeah. And I mean, yeah, Kaido caught off guard, or whatever you want to say and stuff, but yeah, like, yeah, no, I agree. I just think, like, for example, I don't think Zoro was using any internal fucking shit when he cut Kaido. I think that was just straight up Conquerors, Enma, you know, and it just worked. Or when he missed and Big Mom said, Kaido, dodge, that shit's dangerous, you know, and because it probably was, you know, it probably would have fucking hurt. So that's what I like to think, you know, like, you know, because I don't think everybody necessarily learns that. Like, I'm not maybe Zoro will learn it, maybe Luffy will teach him, I don't, you know, off screen or whatever, be like, no, you gotta do, you know, and I think Zoro might pick it up pretty easy. But yeah, I think the Rio thing was sort of like, you know, it's not, since it can be done with armament hockey, not just Conquerors, I think the idea, because the Rio hockey, it's actually, Rio hockey is sort of now, like, introduced this arc and now, like, not low tiered, but it's been overcome by the fact of use Conquerors like you do armament is now the new thing to do. Yeah, because that's what Zoro did.
It made it obsolete. Cause like I almost wanted to say
that's like, the word, obsolete.
Like internal destruction sounds pretty broken, but both are made to be seen. I hope you still see it a bit, but I'm with you. It's like the Conqueror's code is like, well, fuck that. Like I could just quote my cousin from Conqueror. That's way better. yeah, and that's what they learn. It's like because Luffy figured it out. Hit you either.
Yeah,
it travels through like some like space. I don't know. It's like
yeah. So, and I'm not saying you can't do that probably with Conquerors as well or something like that, but the idea now is, because we always knew, is that Conquerors, even though at first it was just passing out fodder, we knew there was another level to it, and the fact that you just basically, and it makes so much sense, use Conquerors like you use armament.
Other level with Shanks.
Right, so, like that.
Ryatsu.
That
right. Spiritual pressure out.
Yeah, use your spiritual pressure. We can crush everything. Shall I bring down the Soul King Palace, motherfuckers? With spiritual pressure alone. So, yeah, so that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. But anyways, I think I'm going to end the stream. But, glad to hear your thoughts on the chapter, Naya. And, so anyways, everyone, thanks for joining in for the stream. Thanks for the 15 likes and all the views and stuff. It was a great time. I'll edit to the description. I'll add Naya D. Hemmingz, who I've been talking to. Channel in the description down below, so go check out his shit. We will catch you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, drink responsibly. Not that I ever do. And we'll see you guys back here next time. All right. Peace out. Bye-bye. Sayonara.
Later, dudes.
And